Welcome back to OGT's presentation of East Texas University Extracurricular Activities. My name is Gage and I'll be your dean for tonight. Before we meet the players, I just wanted to go over a couple of things with you. Number one, we're going to be playing East Texas University. We're going to be using the Savage Worlds role-playing game. If you don't know Savage Worlds, I can't help you. No, you can follow along with us. We have some people who are new, some people who are experienced. If this is your first time, feel free to hang out with us. This is our third stream so far. A little bit about what the party has undergone. They came back to campus during winter break to try and see if they could find something paranormal. The head of their club, a professor named Professor Linden, invited them back, and they just managed to stop a cult, losing their friend's life and arm in the process. When they came back, they managed to fight geriatric zombies. That is a real thing that happened, and I'm very sad that I was not the one trying to kill the players for that. And now their friend is back from the dead. Their friend who lost an arm is nowhere to be seen. There's strife between the group, and they still have classes to attend. One quick note before we get started is that we have XP in this chat. And what that is you can see that down in the Twitch chat, and you can use it for different rewards. So, for example, if you highlight your text and then you say one of the characters' names, let's just say Tuco Malone, if that was someone playing this game, that person would get a Benny. If you seize initiative, which can only be done once per game, I believe, that person would get conviction. And we'll stop the game and say hi. That's kind of the nuts and bolts of it. And we're going to go ahead and start introducing the players. We're going to do it one at a time. So the first character that we're going to meet is Frank Talamantes, played by Chris Hussey.
All right, we switched.
That'd be me.
That is you.
That is me.
Do you want to introduce yourself before we get into it?
No, not really. That's all right. No, I am Frank Talamantes. I am a sophomore. I'm a theater major. And according to everybody in the group, I apparently died at some point. I don't really remember that. I do remember doing some cool things. Well, they were kind of cool. I didn't quite stick the landing, and I might have gotten a little hurt, but then things just kind of got hazy at that point. And I clearly got out of whatever situation I was in, and then I must have went to a hella good party because I woke up pretty much naked in the woods or something later on, and I showed up later for Ricky's one-armed party, and for some reason people weren't paying as much attention to me as I thought they were. They just all got accusatory, like, oh, you died, we can't talk to you. So whatever. Anyway, I'm here, and there's no denying it, so.
So we're going to open with Frank tonight. It is Friday morning, a reasonable time on Friday morning, probably about 8 or 8:30. And Frank, you're still asleep, of course.
Yeah, okay, I was going to say that's not really a reasonable time for a sophomore theater student.
But it's not a restful sleep. You find yourself tossing and turning, and you're having nightmares, and you've been struggling with this ever since the party for Ricky Lefty, or Left Arm, whatever we called him. And you're like, you don't ever really remember the dreams, but right now while you're in the dream, you have that surety that only comes while you're dreaming, that you have had this exact dream before. It's probably the only thing that's going to stay with you when you wake up is that I had that dream, and someone goes, oh, what was it about? And you go, I don't know, but I know I've had this dream before.
Yes.
And you're cold. And you're naked, kind of like when you came to in the woods. Mm-hmm. And you're lying on a metal table, and you feel yourself moving. You start looking around. You have bright lights overhead and make it difficult to see. And you can hear people talking, but you can't understand what they're saying. And you twist your head around, and you just can't get a look on anything. Until finally you twist just enough, and you get 1 second, and you see a symbol on the wall. And it is a symbol of a heart with a jagged line through the middle. And as you twist towards it, you roll out of bed onto your plates from yesterday and just wake up with a thud about an hour before you would normally want to. But it's 8:30 in the morning.
Damn it. The symbol, is it like one of those AED type symbols? I mean, is that what I'm equating it with, or is it just literally like, heart with a lightning bolt through it, or jagged line?
It's more like a broken heart type jagged line than like an EKG machine or whatever they're called.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, damn it. Frank's probably going to spend about a good 15 minutes going through the gram and checking to see how many likes he got from his various posts that he made last night, and as well as checking on a few other people's stories. He'll probably do a couple story entries of his own, one with a little, like selfie with a frowny face next to the clock as to what time it is. And then after he's done doing that, he's probably going to go get his shaker bottle. Ever since he got back from to Ricky's thing, he's kind of like dove a bit more into his studies and his profession or his desired profession of being a theater major. And in his bathroom, he has several pictures taped up, like Brad Pitt from Fight Club, maybe Affleck from Dawn of Justice and his workout montage, that kind of thing. Probably has an old school one of Rocky doing the dragon flag thing from Rocky IV. Frank has he realizes he needs to get his body in a little bit better shape if he's going to be taken serious as a male, slightly Hispanic actor. So he'll do another thing to his story with a picture with these in the background, and he'll like put a hashtag inspiration on there, and then get a shaker bottle and head towards the student gym athletic facility.
Perfect. All right. Well, with that, I think we're going to go over to Gretsky. I do want to point out that at least a couple of those notifications on the Instagram say stuff like, dude, I thought you were dead. But they seem overwhelmingly excited that you're not.
Nice. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. Actually, I'll try and do something relatively witty, and you reply like something. No, I'm alive and living the dream, or something along those lines.
Perfect. All right, and we'll cut over to Gretsky.
Okay, we're there.
Okay. Gretsky, or should I say Wayne? Would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
Yep. Hey, I'm Wayne from Fear the Boot and WayneCole.net, and I play Gretsky, a hoodie hacker with a heart of Bitcoin who is pretty disturbed to find out that, Frank has been replaced by some sort of government clone.
And what does your morning routine look like? Are you a Mountain Dew and Frito hoodie hacker, or are you brushes your teeth for exactly 2 minutes, always make sure to shower type of hacker?
More Mountain Dew, caffeine, roll out of bed eventually.
So you are also you're blissed out, but all of a sudden you hear a sound. The sound is coming from your computer, and I think for a second when the camera comes in on Gretsky, he almost looks dead, like he sleeps that heavily. But the moment that this alert sound comes up, you sit bolt upright because you know what this sound is. You've programmed every sound, alarm, and chime on your computer, and this means somebody not only attacked your system, somebody is in your system.
Oh, it's on. I rush to my computer, I sit down, crack my knuckles, and just start bringing up logs.
All right, so you're pulling all that up. Do me a favor real quick. Give me a hacking roll.
All right. 7.
7. Okay, success. So you go through and you start pulling up the logs, trying to see what they're getting at. The things you're probably the most concerned about are your personal identity, because I know that is a closely guarded secret. You are somehow at a college where nobody knows what your real name is. You are a student in the dorms and nobody knows what your real name is. So they're not going anywhere near that, which makes you feel way more comfortable. What you do see is they are in the process of deleting every record you have on your computer of anything to do with Frank's death.
Well, little do they know I've burnt all that to hard media that's not on wireless, because I'm paranoid and I do
You are
backups
paranoid.
regularly.
All of a sudden, not only does that disappear, all of a sudden you start thinking of everything that's connected with Frank. So you start pulling up the other stuff. You have everything burned down, so you're fine. And so you pull up all of your news alerts, all of your your phishing stuff like that, and all of the articles that you previously had found, Frank's obituary, the report of this gruesome scene that happened at ETU, are all gone.
The government They're the only ones that have this kind of power.
Mhm.
It had to. I knew I would eventually find the attention of a nation state. I just didn't think it would be my own nation state.
And with your successful hacking roll, you start the process of tracking who's hacking you. You manage to block them down, and start the process of tracking. And you know that it's being you find the signal. You're starting to track the signal. It is being bounced country to country, server to server, VPN to VPN. You think, because you did succeed, you think you might be able to find who this is if it wasn't like a burner computer, but it could take weeks. You're literally going to be sitting there with a giant ball of wire pulling it apart, but you think you could do it.
And it's definitely worth the time.
Mm-hmm. All right, so is that something we will assume that Gretsky is also working on that in the background?
Yes.
Now then, do you go to take a shower or do you drink a Mountain Dew and fall back asleep?
I'm taking Mountain Dew and fall back asleep.
Okay, so you fall back asleep. And that will take us over to Tuco Malone.
All right, switched.
Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and Tuco?
Hey, Binary Fire out there on the socials, playing the ever meekish, mousy, Samsonite luggage, suitcase, microphone, lighting, carrying around, kind of all around dork, nerd, just kind of in his own little space.
Perfect. Now, with Tuco, I like to think that Tuco, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I like to think Tuco's the kind of person who gets to the breakfast hall first because he doesn't want anyone to talk about anything without him being there because they don't ever remember to text him about what happened. And so
He's got his ear low to the ground.
so you end up with this weird ritual of like spending 20 minutes at least until any of your friends are nearby, if they show up at all, but they're going to show up. And you have the people coming and going and you just get to kind of watch, and get a little time to yourself. It's not sad if it's on purpose, right? Then it's just ritual. And that's pretty much how everything's going. But something different happens today. Tuco actually hears a voice from someone coming up behind them and says, "Hey, is someone sitting here?"
You here? Right
Yeah,
here? No. No.
Would it be okay if I join you?
You want to sit here?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Yes.
And she holds her hand across to you and she goes, "Hi, my name's Sabine."
Sabine. And I kind of like meekly kind of like give a very kind of like soft handshake. Tuco. Tuco.
Tuco, that's a fun name.
Yeah. It's trouble, I guess. I don't know why they call me the trouble. I'm not in trouble. I don't get
You're trouble. Okay.
No.
That's good to know about you.
Well, for Frank's trouble. We'll go. Yeah, hi.
Hey.
What are you new here?
This is my first semester, actually. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a sophomore, but I just transferred here.
Oh.
I did the community college, and I was going to do it for 2 years, but then I couldn't stand my hometown,
Yeah.
So I kind of just transferred a little, a semester early. I wasn't gonna, the student loans are the student loans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah. Those are going to be a real pain.
Yeah. Well, what's your major?
Well, I'm actually a journalist and journalism, and right now I'm kind of focusing on more of the camera and microphone. And then, like, just kind of excitedly, he pulls over this bright canary yellow suitcase and kind of throws it up on the table a little bit, clatters it, and maybe his coffee shakes a little because he's a Starbucks kind of guy, and so he opens it up and he's like, well, this one's for, area of effect, and it's just got shotgun. Well, anyways, and then he shuts the case, and yeah, that's what I'm really kind of jazzed about.
Awesome. Do you ever like go out in town or?
Sometimes I get paired, you get paired up with like the journalist person that does all the like talking and stuff, and I'll get paired off with one of them, and I'll have to like go out and kind of set everything up, and I get there early and kind of get the shot set up and get the lighting just right and the microphone set up, and then 3, 2, 1 and go.
I meant more for fun.
Oh, yeah. So I go to Tabletop Loot on Sundays. Do you ever go there?
No. What? It sounds exciting, though.
And I want to kind of like zoom out for a second, because there's like a 10 or 15 minute montage of Tuco trying to explain this game called Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer, and like he just kind of goes into it, and he's got a couple of minis that he pulls out of his suitcase and gets real heavy.
As you kind of wrap up, she's like, "Well, that sounds fun. Yeah, I'd love to go with you sometime. What do you,
Sabine?
What do you? This is kind of crazy. Are you doing anything tonight? Because
no, I don't. I mean, well, I gotta. This after my afternoon class, I have to go work on this Jeep that I kind of wrecked a little bit. But other than that, after I get done working on it a little bit, I have some free time. Yeah.
Oh, well, my friend's band is playing at the Pizza Barn tonight. Would you maybe want to? Maybe I'll see you there.
Yeah, totally.
Cool. And she does the old school thing, and she pulls out a Sharpie and writes her name and her phone number on a napkin, and stands up and goes, "Well, all right, I'll see you around, Trouble."
Nice to meet you, Sabine.
And she walks away. And I think it's probably about this time that Frank makes his way in post-workout, still sweaty, with the towel over, right? Because Frank has to show up with the towel around his neck. So not only did he work out, but everyone needs to know that he worked out.
It definitely is a look, and if he didn't sweat enough, he would make sure that he like swung by the men's bathroom and like splashed a little bit of extra water in the V position, down the front of his shirt and whatnot. And make sure that the hair is properly pushed back. But yeah, he'll grab his breakfast and come and saddle up next to Tuco and just kind of slide down, probably just as she's walking away.
And Gretsky, whenever you want to show up from your nap, you feel free.
Second nap.
Okay.
Frank, you would see, like, as soon as you pull up next to me, you would see me, like, I'm turned away from you, and I'm frantically, like, putting something away in my pocket.
But, Tuco, what you got there? Did you get digits?
No, maybe.
What?
What? I mean, her name's Sabine.
Sabine?
Sabine. Yeah, she's
like
new.
As in, like, beam, like laser beam?
What's it say on the napkin that I put in?
Sabine.
No, like beanie. Like
Sabine.
Bean.
Ooh, that's kind of exotic, man.
She's new. She just transferred here from community college.
Oh, she's a CC girl. Tuco. Wow. Did you meet her like in the line or something, or you guys you came and sat here with her or something? Or
no, I was sitting. You know me. I get here and this is my routine, and nobody sits with me, and I was not paying attention.
No, that's all true. Yep.
And she just sat. She just asked if she could sit with me. I wasn't even paying attention. I was trying to listen, and I point to a group that's on the other side. Like, I heard them talking about you, and so I was trying to pay attention to what they were saying, and she just kind of snuck up behind me. And
right about then, Gretsky slides into a chair, opens a laptop. He's got a coffee sitting there. Were they talking about how all records of his death have been erased? Government hacked my laptop.
What? And like deadpan over to Gretsky. I'm like, doesn't that happen like every Thursday?
Not to erase traces of Frank. Check this out. His obituary's gone. I slide the laptop over.
Well, they probably just corrected the error.
I pull up like 4 tabs, and I Google, and I go to Duck, and I go to like the campus website, and I'm like searching for, because like there was a campus news story about it, and
Yeah,
does anything pop up?
You pull it up, and actually, go give me a research roll.
Yeah, and while you're rolling that, first of all, we're missing the most important thing here is one. First of all, you heard people talking about me, and so I want to know what they said. But the somewhat second most important thing is she came and sat down with you. I mean, like she came to the table and introduced herself to you.
Yeah, I didn't say. I didn't say
Tuco.
anything to her until she said
Up
something to me.
high, brother. That's awesome.
And like, kind of like, well, mousy high five.
And it's like totally awkward. Like I'm like enthusiasm, hand up there, so it's just this awkward, like half missing thing. Yeah, and then you just kind of like sweaty palm your fingers.
Totally, like kind of like it's definitely moist.
Yeah.
Ew.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
who'd you meet? I want to hear about her. And also, check this out. Even on Facebook, that poem that Amythest wrote, that's gone.
Gage, I rolled a 7.
Okay, so you start looking, and you see nothing about this story. But you're a journalism major, so you start going through archives, and you start looking at this day. And you do find a story that says, tragic gas leak claims the life of beloved Professor Ellis Fairchild.
Wait. And then I immediately, as soon as I find that, I swing that back around to Gretsky, and I'm like, what about this? And I show that to him. I'm like, did you see that?
That's still there.
But
What?
Read it. Why does it say the professor? Like, that wasn't... That's not right.
Wait a minute. Who's this guy?
Not you, Frank, because that's
No,
supposed to
well,
be...
yeah.
That was supposed to be you. But this is... Something's weird.
Yeah, it's all
but
been
like-
hacked.
Uh,
Whoever brought
would do
him
that?
back. Obviously, whoever
knows?
brought him back. I don't know
Who
why someone would
knows?
bring him back.
like, we didn't tell anybody.
I wouldn't bring him back.
Wait, are you guys still talking about me?
Yes, Frank.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm there.
Well,
So what's her name?
Oh, Sabine. Sabine. She's a transfer student from...
Sabine, not
Bean.
Beam, dude. Bean. Don't get it wrong. Don't
Like
get it
that
wrong.
like the character from Rebels?
Yeah,
Awesome.
very much.
What color's her
She's-
hair?
It's dark brown. Dark brown.
Oh, no purple in it?
I kind of geeked out and I talked about the journalism stuff that I do, and then I showed her the microphones, and then I got a little nervous, and then I...
Wait,
If she
wait,
didn't
wait,
run,
you're
then
doing
you're
that.
in.
Yeah, and she didn't. She was sticking around that whole time.
She seemed
Oh.
genuinely interested.
Well, first of all, Gretz, he got digits. So
Wow.
yeah. So no, you're in. You are in.
Because, like, when I start talking about podcasts and firewalls, and they usually just run.
Dude, same.
That's why I don't talk about any of that stuff. I don't know.
I was fine until you did that. That broke me. Yeah. I gotta. You guys want to go to the Pizza Hut later tonight?
Wait, the Hut? We're not
Yeah.
doing Lorenzo's?
Well,
I mean, as long as we don't go to that shithole, the Pizza Barn, I'm cool.
I mean, there's a band, I guess, playing.
At the Pizza Hut?
Well, I mean, that's
Wait a
what
minute.
she
Are you
said.
thinking Chuck E. Cheese and it's the little robot dudes?
No,
Is that what you're thinking?
But that's okay. Frank, you
Chuck E. Cheese is better than Pizza Barn.
Well,
guys, do you want to go see a band?
yeah,
tonight?
let's go see. Yeah, hell yeah, let's do that. Man.
Okay.
I got nothing going on.
Cool, because I'm supposed to meet her there, and I don't want to go alone.
But that's kind of how dates work.
I don't.
No,
No,
Gretzy,
that's-
We got to wingman this guy. We got to wingman him. We're going to wingman him. We're going to make sure that he lands that blimp. You know what I mean? We're going to make sure that he gets in there.
A blimp? Somebody, you're gonna fly a blimp?
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Tuco,
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay.
He's talking about your penis.
Tuco,
Oh.
I am talking about your penis.
Oh, it's a blimp? Thanks.
What do you want, dude? What do you want me to say? It's like an unfilled.
No.
balloon? I mean,
It's a blimp. That's fine. That's good.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna call it the blimp now. It's the blimp.
These these eggs aren't bad. You gonna finish yours?
And immediately I just kind of like a dog kind of like looks confused, turns and kind of keels over to Frank and like, you like the cafeteria eggs, and slowly slide the eggs over, and I'm like, nobody likes the eggs, Frank. They're reconstituted powder. You like these eggs?
I don't know. There's something about them. Plus, I got to get my protein in, man. It's this is actually, yeah, they're not that bad. I don't know. There's something about them. It's these, for some reason today they taste good. I don't know. I'm feeling really good today.
I pull out a little notebook, flip it open to a page that's labeled, basically just labeled Frank, and I write on there, they got his taste buds wrong when they cloned him. Because you can't delete a notebook.
As soon as Frank goes to like take his bite of eggs, as he's not on eye contact, I make eye contact with Gretsky real quick, and I'm just.
I show him the notebook.
You know you're in for a bad time when the guy who hears voices in his head thinks you're off your rocker. So you guys can continue this scene as long as you guys want. If not, you guys have classes today. It is Friday. It is a school day. You also, if there's anything else you wanted to do, because some crazy stuff has been happening to you guys lately, and if there was anything you guys wanted to do specifically in this time between breakfast and going to the pizza barn, we have time to do it.
Who exactly, just to refresh me, the player's memory, who was Professor Ellis again?
So Frank would not know Professor Ellis because he was dead at this point. But
that's what everybody's telling you.
Professor Ellis Fairchild was the professor that kidnapped Professor Linden and was opening a hell portal before Ricky lost his arm, stabbing him to death. Screaming. I think he was screaming the whole time he was murdering this man.
Nice. No, I'm fine with moving on, going to classes. Unless you guys want to keep doing the scene, because I'll sit here and I eat breakfast for 2 hours with you guys and shoot the shit. I don't care.
Yeah, no, Gretsky has a new secondary mission of he needs to do all the research he can on this Sabine.
And Tuco has got
social
to
media stalking.
Before he goes into classes.
Community college girl, Gretsky. She came from the community college.
Got to run over before he heads over to his classes. Tuco's actually got to run over to the auto parts store, and get some parts to kind of replace some of the suspension for running over somebody, and replace some of the parts on that vehicle that he was driving. It's his way of not having to actually, pay a whole lot of money. It's kind of one of those get out of jail free jobs, because he did a lot of damage.
Himself.
Yeah, doing the work himself. And while he's out, he's picked up after the last experience he's had. He's definitely picked up a hobby of running over to the local shooting shop and trying to get better at using a very small caliber pistol and just trying to group the shots. Like, nobody knows about it. He's been real secretive and tries to, keep all of his pacifism very, very upfront. And so this is an area that he's trying to keep real under wraps. So like he's gonna try to peel away from his auto parts errand to see if he can swing by. But if there's anybody paying attention to him at all, then he won't go.
For a moment, I thought you said you'd taken up the hobby of running over people.
It just makes me feel a lot.
Should have taken the driving skill.
So just so both you and Tuco know, this is Texas. However, it is a gun-free campus. So if he could be renting guns at the range, he could be risking bringing the gun on campus, or he could be stashing it somewhere off campus. Those are all options he has.
He would actually work with Gretsky to have some kind of compartment in his luggage, like a false bottom or something. That's not something he knows how to do, but Gretsky might know how to do that.
What did you tell Gretsky it was for?
Well, for zombies, just in case they're not so geriatric next time, or if there is a next time. This place is weird, man, and I'm a little... Okay, your paranoia is rubbing off on me a little bit, and I just,
Paranoia, it's reasonableness.
I mean, the
They
thing
really
that
are
happened
out
with
to
Frank
get us.
and those what were those demon things? What were they thing? And
It's
come
a
on, you
government
and
cloning project. I mean, at first they couldn't make them look human. They cloned them, they came out looking like putties. But as they kept experimenting, they got it right. It looks like Frank. That's not Frank, but it looks like Frank.
man, Gretsky, you're so smart. I didn't how do you get all this information? That's crazy.
The dark web.
The dark web. I don't think I've ever. I'll have to. And then he pulls out his notebook and makes a little note for himself, to do some research on the dark web. Not on it, but figure out what it is. And so Tuco would explain to you that he's just really paranoid for his safety with everything that's going on, and it's just going to be a matter of time before someone comes looking for Frank. So he's trying to protect Frank.
The only people who are going to come looking for me are fans and maybe agents. Just saying.
I just can't with Frank. Frank, something you see on your way to class is you do see that there are auditions for a student film going on right now. So that will be tomorrow morning. So that is something you have an opportunity to try out for if you so choose.
I'm 100% going to do that. And Frank has he has a secret paranoia that he's never really going to make it as an actor. Maybe that's not really a secret paranoia. Maybe that's every actor's paranoia. But so as he's walking across campus and he sees that kiosk, he's checking it out, and he's gonna pull the whole flyer down, and then he's going to as casually as possible kind of make his way around the kiosk in the circle of it and look and make sure there's no more flyers like that on there. If there's not, then he's gonna go purposely out of his way to the next kiosk, look for more, and then as he sees them, he's going to continue to pull them down and pocket them because he's trying to subtly eliminate the competition.
Excellent. So you do that as you make your way to class. Tuco, you're off to the auto parts store, and Gretsky, you are doing
Social
some
media
research
stalking.
Yeah, go ahead and give me that research roll.
Right. Ooh, I have better in research than I thought I did. 5.
So yeah, it takes you a long time to find her, surprisingly. And then when you do, you realize that it's because her real name isn't Sabine, it's Sarah Jean. So it looks like she has changed her name on all of her displays to Sabine, and on all of her social media, but you're trying to dig a little deeper and you're hitting walls, and then you find it. Her real name is Sarah Jean. She just goes by Sabine. You don't know if this is I'm independent and I'm in college, so I'm going to have a cool name thing. You don't know if it's a family nickname. But you managed to find she's from a place like a suburb of a city. So like like a suburb of Dallas. I'm really bad at Texas geography, which is not a strong suit for this game. But she's from like a suburban town, so and she did go to. You see posts of her going to community college and stuff like that. You see, she had a transformation when she was going through her freshman year. Like previously, she looked very like shy and uncomfortable and stuff like that, and now she doesn't really dress super out there or anything like that. She just looks more confident, and maybe that has something to do with a life change that led her to decide to go to her ETU early.
Yeah, I bury the information about her real name because I respect that.
Game recognized game.
Exactly. So no, that part I'll keep to myself, but I'll share the rest of the information with Tuco so he can prepare.
Gosh, you guys are creepy.
Yeah, she was all shy and quiet, and then she got real hot and changed her life and came here.
She had a glow up. Also, Jenna Sasquatch in this chat did just say, "Congratulations, Tuco. She's chosen her serial killer name," which is wonderful.
So I married an ex-murderer.
Tuco, go ahead and just give me a repair roll real quick. Let's just see how well you're doing in terms of progressing.
Yeah, let's see if that ball joint's going to work out. Ooh. Do I have any bennies?
You start with 3, actually you have second fiddle, so you have to start off with a spirit -2 to see if you have 3 or 2 bennies.
So what do I have to do?
First, you have to do a
Spirit roll
-2.
Oh, okay.
Start that.
5 minus 2 is 3.
3, so fail. So you have 2 bennies for this session.
Okay.
So you can spend a benny on that. It looks like, I'm looking at my producer, Eric, are we about to get someone new?
Yep.
We are about to have 1 second real quick where we change our looks.
So while we're changing in looks, I got a 3 on that first roll.
Yep.
So I'm going to spend a benny.
Excellent.
Because I'm not going to screw up the suspension on this thing. I can't afford it. Oh, much better. 12.
12. Yeah, no, you're looking really good. Not only do you manage to sort out the problem that you were working on, you realize that there was a couple of these dents that you could just ding right out, and a little touch of paint, no one's noticing. You think you can? It's probably safe to drive at this point. It's just not pretty yet, but you could probably get it pretty by the end of the weekend.
So I'll spend that time in between my classes that day to work on the vehicle. And would that high of a roll kind of I repair it faster? Maybe have some time to go off campus and swing by the bullet hole.
Yeah, you go and you drop. You might only get to drop 50 shells versus your normal 200, but you managed to get some in.
Okay.
Because as I've been informed by friends of mine who are gun guys, I'm not, is that if you're not burning 200 shells, you shouldn't have showed up.
Okay, I'll take it.
I don't know. That's what happens when your brother-in-law used to shoot sport.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of rounds.
I am not that man. How are we looking in terms of the addition of the new player?
About just a couple more minutes. I got her on the main screen.
Okay, a couple more minutes. So that's everyone. So before we fast forward to the pizza barn scene, I want to do this one-on-one real quick for our newest character to let her introduce herself. But here we're going to be 1 second away from being ready to do that. So Frank, do me a favor. Tell us about the most memorable thing that's happened to Frank this week.
The most memorable thing to happen to Frank this week. I'm going to say that being a theater major, Frank, and having the edge, work the room and all that, Frank has a very surface personality in the sense that he really tries to be friendly with everybody, and he tries his best to come across genuine and just kind of make it appear that he, sees and recognizes people, to just kind of make them feel noticed whenever he's with them. There are, of course, a few people that he obviously has, connections with, people in the study group. He's kind of finding that out bit by bit here. But I'm going to say this past week, as he's now started going to the gym, he has made a surprisingly genuine connection with another person in the gym. Frank was humble enough to let his guard down and be instructed there, or be informed that he was performing an exercise incorrectly. And so this other dude who he had initially pegged as probably being just like your standard gym rat, turned out to be this actually genuinely nice human being, and really kind of showed him how to do the exercise properly, and how to give him some just general tips as he works his way through the gym. The reason why Frank is doing this, by the way, because I in game mechanic wise, he has, for his advance from that he has earned because of the last 2 sessions, Frank is improving his vigor. So that is part of the reason why he is going to the gym with a little bit of renewed vigor, so to speak. But anyway, so this other person, he's just kind of really, Frank has learned that this is just he's a really good guy. And he puts up with Frank's weird personality and things, to the point where Frank has even kind of let some of that stuff go down, or that guard drop in a certain sense.
Gage, we're ready to switch when you are.
Very cool. All right, let's go meet our last player.
Oh, is that me? Am I supposed to say things now?
You don't have to, I guess. I mean, it would make things very awkward. Go ahead and introduce yourself and the character that you're playing.
I am Shannon, and I am playing Amythest Blackwell. She is an anthropology major. She is a junior, and she has been in the Paranormal Society Club, whatever, all 3 years of college.
Paranormal Psychology Club, I think is what it's called.
Psychology Club?
I think it's Paranormal Psychology. I think they stole it from Ghostbusters, if I'm being honest.
Oh, well, whatever. She's been in the club, yo.
Excellent. And we are going to, we did everyone else's individual scenes before you got here, talking about their mornings. I have a feeling that Amythest doesn't really have mornings. I have a feeling Amythest has late nights and early afternoons.
Yes, that's exactly correct.
And so you've been working on this photography project that you were talking about, and you're trying to find like urban exploration, trying to find like dilapidated buildings that humanity has passed by. It is hard to find urban exploration sites in Pine Box, Texas. So you find yourself, you have a lot of pictures of like a broken down tractor with weeds growing on it. And you're just about to give in for the night when all of a sudden you get a tingling, which happens to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're out in the woods and you start to follow that tingling. And all of a sudden, in front of you, late at night, is the ephemeral body of a woman who is missing an arm and whose head is about to be severed off. And she looks at you dead in the face and says, "I just wanted to be a star!" And then she screams and disappears.
Okay. I mean, this isn't the first time Amythest has seen a dead body, or a dead spirit, I guess. Is there any way that I can try and like seek her out again?
Sure, you can go ahead. You have all types of stuff involving this, so you could go ahead and give me a spirit roll.
Okay. I should have had dice out and been prepared, but that's not my style.
Why would you be prepared?
All right, 6 explodes, and that is an 8 for my spirit.
So you start trying to reconnect with her, and you find yourself following this almost like set of breadcrumbs.
Mm-hmm.
and it leads you further into the woods, and all of a sudden you're so wrapped up in this you don't even realize until you're in a weird spotlight and you hear someone yell out, "Cut! She's in the shot. Who is she? Why is she here?" And you see people lowering booms and things like that, and you have walked into the middle of a film set in the woods.
Oh, sorry, and I give a little sheepish wave.
And then from this whole group, a woman comes up. She's like mid-40s, blonde hair in a ponytail, and she comes up and she goes, "Honey, we're doing auditions tomorrow. Well, no, sorry, Saturday auditions. You have a very good look. It's very unique. I love it. You came dressed for the part, and that's wonderful. But please come back on Saturday."
All right, I make a note of that.
Thank you very much. And yeah, and you don't sense now with all these people around, it's always hard because you start to read everyone's aura and you get like mixed signals going on. And you have just enough time now to go back and sleep straight through breakfast, which is your most likely chance to run into Frank, which you have been avoiding.
Right. Well, I don't think he's really alive. I know he's dead. I know for a fact he's dead. And Ricky was just messing with me whenever he said he was alive. And he just used one of Frank's old pictures.
Ricky is actually gone at the moment because he is he's going away. He didn't really want to talk too much about what was going on. But occasionally you do get dings on your phone as Ricky sends you the most recent updates to Frank's social media, as Frank very much alive. It gets ridiculous. It's to the point where it's a video where Frank's like, "Hey guys, loving this newspaper from today of this year." Like, it just gets preposterous, but you are adamantly like refusing to believe that it's happening.
No, absolutely not. I spoke to his spirit. He was dead. I spoke to him before he went on to the afterlife. No, there's no way.
Excellent.
Is Ricky? Do I know what Ricky's doing?
We'll have to ask Michael to see if he would have told you.
Okay.
So for now, let's assume no. And if he says he did tell you, maybe he told you not to tell everyone else.
If he's meeting Robert Downey Jr. and getting an Iron Man arm, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, that's what I was thinking. If he's doing anything that's like health related, I think that I would be up to date.
We'll see.
You want me to switch to group shot or?
Yeah. Maybe he signed an NDA. Maybe he just doesn't like you guys that much since you made fun of him for losing an arm.
I did not make fun of him a single time. And I
just
stayed up.
tried to shake the wrong hand.
I stayed up late nights in the hospital to make sure that he wasn't alone or whatever.
Excellent. So you go and you crash. So now I think we can get to the point. Here's the question for Tuco, Frank, and Gretsky. Would anyone have texted Amythest about the fact that you guys are going to the pizza barn tonight?
I totally will do that.
Numbers blocked. Doesn't go through. Text message not sent.
I will tell her the date, the time, and no, I am going to say Pizza Hut because that's what Tuco told me. So the text is like, "Amy, what's up? There's a band apparently playing tonight at the Pizza Hut. I don't know why they'd be there, but whatever. Tuco met a girl. The girl actually sought him out." And then a parentheses, WTF, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, shocky emoji. Anyway, we're meeting at the Pizza Hut at whatever time we decided. And he's going to write whatever time we decided because Frank doesn't remember what time we decided.
I send back a text message that says, "Who is this? Why do you have Frank's phone?"
So Gretsky
This is Frank.
Gretsky's going to send her a message earlier in the day, so she'll have it when she wakes up, has nothing to do with the pizza barn. It's basically back up all your stuff. Government's hacking our systems. They're erasing any mention of Frank's death. And he links to the missing obituary, and he's like, "Your poem about Frank on Facebook is gone too."
All right, so I back everything up. As soon as I get up, I back everything up, and then I reply
It's not
to
there by the time you wake up.
Oh man.
And
You notice the
Amythest
same thing,
poems,
it's all gone.
Amythest poems are really more like Banksy's art. They're only there temporarily anyway.
Yeah. So I send a new text to Frank because he just told me that he was Frank, and I say, "Haha, good one, Ricky. Stop this. This is ridiculous."
I will respond by saying, "Do you think I could respond this quickly with only one arm?"
Oh,
I
I think
send
he
him-
needs a Betty for that one.
Yeah, go ahead and take a Benny there.
That's a good one right there.
I send him a GIF that's like someone doing something really fast, like one-handed, like really fast one-handed typing or something. And I say, "You're getting really good. Proud of you." And a smiley face emoji, and a purple heart for siblings. Yeah, it's not to
Whoa.
you, Chris.
Yeah, Frank, that messes with your head a little bit. You just got sent a purple heart.
Yeah, right.
It harkens you back to your dream for a second. Did I not mention that it was purple? Because it was purple in your
You
dream.
did not mention that it was purple. Yeah, so there's going to be you're going to get the long like 3 dots, and then long like 3 dots, and then nothing. And Frank's he's not even going to bother.
Perfect. All right. So I text Gretsky back and I say, everything's already gone.
I reply back, "Yeah, I know. My stuff was all backed up offline because I don't trust anyone. But everything I had out there is gone too. And like somebody did this. That was there. He died."
I know. I saw. He's still dead.
Yeah,
because that's how death works. It's permanent.
But there's a clone of him walking around.
What? That's real?
Yeah, he claims to be Frank, but he doesn't remember like a month worth of time. And he likes the eggs in the cafeteria. They got
Nobody
the taste
likes
buds
the
wrong.
eggs in the cafeteria.
Exactly. They got the taste buds wrong.
They are barely even eggs. They're barely even powdered eggs.
And he loved them.
What? Frank hated the eggs in the cafeteria.
Everyone hates the eggs in the cafeteria.
They're terrible.
But this thing wearing his face loves them. And someone really good wiped away every trace of Frank's death. So they have to be involved with this, whatever it is, walking around with Frank's face.
So, are we just treating this thing like Frank?
Well, I'm not. And I'm watching him. to see
Wait,
what
does
he
that mean that I just sent a purple heart to Frank and not Ricky?
What number?
It's Frank's number, and I give him the number.
Oh, yeah, that's the Frank thing.
Can you like delete that from ever existing?
I'm going to try.
Thanks.
Go ahead and roll hacking.
Ooh. That exploded and that exploded.
Frank will
So 9.
9, okay.
Frank will want to try and take a screenshot of that because it's something that he does need to contemplate later.
Okay, so with the 9, I like to think that Gretsky has at some point or another been like, oh, let me help you get on the Wi-Fi, or oh, let me do this. And he has backdoored every single person's phone. If he hangs out with you very often, he has a backdoor into your phone.
That's reasonable.
So you're able to go in and you're able to completely wipe that from his chat. You're also, because you had a race, you saw that he screenshotted it. Whether or not you want to delete that is up to you.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'll let him keep the screenshot.
Oh, see,
Well,
that's a
what
team
a nice
player.
guy.
I
Sorry.
check and see who else is messaging him, though.
Who else is messaging?
I'm sorry, are you asking me who else is messaging?
Yeah, he says he's checking who else is messaging you. Who else is messaging Frank?
I'm gonna say actually probably the dude he met at the gym.
What's
Just
the
for Yeah, let's make up a random. So this is like a sweet kind of guy that would come alongside you and help you out.
Yeah, he was a totally. I mean, he's like a legit nice normal dude. Not a theater major. He's not. I mean, he's obviously has him. He goes to ETU, but
Can we make up like a random name, like I don't know, like Dom Zook?
that's completely random.
Yeah, just like a fictional person that doesn't exist.
Yeah. So his name's Dom, and he's there's a number of text messages. I mean, if you spend time reading them, it's basically it ends up being like predominantly a lot of questions from Frank about, okay, so how many grams of protein should I have?
After the first question of that, he closes the chain.
Okay.
He's like, dude, bro's talking about lifting weights. I am out.
Frank has a lot of messages sent to what you're probably guessing are other women. There's very few responses. Most of them usually end somewhere after, oh, hi, Frank, what's up? And then I say something, and then there might be like other responses, but the timestamp is at least like 2.5, 3 hours later. You know, like, hey, I'm free at 8. You want to do anything? And then the timestamp comes in for the next one, comes in at 10 and say, oh, sorry, I just got this text. No, I couldn't make it. Like,
I like to think at least one of them said, oh, I thought you were dead. # disappointing.
Yes.
Andrew, well, Janae Sasquatch in the chat said an extensive variety of dick pics, which made me chuckle. To which Gamers Table responded, not his.
Yeah. Honestly, if Frank was to send any pics like that, Frank would try and do like ab or quad pics or something like that, or he would try and do like the male equivalent of like a side boob sort of shot, you know. So
how long do you think he spent working on the lighting to make sure it made his abs look like real?
Far more time than he should have.
I think he looked up YouTube tutorials and made one of those ring light things.
I would go
yes.
so far as to say that actually Tuco's probably got a lighting setup for him. That's like
he's just on loan.
It's just there. It's pre-set up and ready to go. Like all he's got to do is flip it on because Frank doesn't know how to operate this.
Yeah, 100%. That is exactly what happened. And actually, in his YouTube history is tutorials, but they're makeup tutorials on how to do proper shading to make it look like you have abs.
Travis, you're real quiet again.
It's just a whole endeavor to get those pictures taken.
Absolutely.
I love it. So you guys have all of this time has passed, and you have this event to go to. You have this event at the Pizza Barn. Tuco, you know it's the Pizza Barn. Frank, you're pretty sure it's the Pizza Hut. Frank, you've told Amythest that it's the Pizza Hut.
I think while
the Pizza Hut doesn't have live music, but that the Pizza Barn does.
I think while I was texting Gretsky, I would have asked him, so Fake Frank said something about music at the Pizza Hut. Does he mean Pizza Barn? Are you going to that?
Yeah, Tuco met someone.
During the course of the day, while you were having these texts back and forth, you would have gotten a text from Tuco just says, "Hey, call me."
To me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then I'll call Tuco as soon as I hear from Tuco.
So I guess we could do that now.
Yeah.
Ba-ding, ba-ding.
And
actually, first I look at my phone and I say, "Who calls people?" And then I do it anyway.
Travis, you're real quiet again.
I am obviously having some sound issues. I apologize. Loud and then quiet and then I'm loud and quiet again. So give me 1 second to fix this.
I think it's more that no matter what you do as a character choice, the universe knows that Tuco is supposed to be a little whisper boy. So it forces you back into that role.
Okay, how's that? Is that much better? Okay.
Much louder.
All right. I don't know what's going on with my system. But hey, Amythest, so could you come to the Pizza Barn tonight? I need you. I really need you to keep Frank under control tonight.
You mean fake Frank, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, you'll see. He doesn't seem very fake.
He liked the eggs at the cafeteria.
Yeah, that's weird. He's okay, so he's got some weird quirks now. I don't know why. He's kind of quirky now, but it's
Mhm.
Frank. I mean, classic Frank. He's got all the same dumb jokes.
I don't think he's classic Frank. If anything, he's like Frank 2.0.
Wait, weird point oh. Weird point oh for sure.
Weird, yeah. Weird 0.0 for sure.
But he doesn't remember anything. Like, I quizzed him. Like, I pulled him aside one night and I tried to like quiz him, and he just, he, what he does. He does a deflect thing. Whenever anything is kind of uninteresting seeming. A lot of denial there. I don't know what's going on, but something.
Does he
something
remember?
happened.
Does he remember anything before he died? Like not
really.
like when he died, but like, is he going to remember like a year ago?
Oh yeah. Like he did. It's like everything that happened like before he went down the stairs. It's just zilch.
So weird.
I don't. There's something weird. I don't know what's going on. And I mean, obviously, Ricky had to tell you about the zombies, right? Like, this place is really, really weird. So
The zombies,
maybe,
what?
Oh, I'll tell you tonight.
Okay. All right. So anyway, what's going on? We're going to the pizza barn?
Yeah. Drunken Murphys are playing tonight at the pizza barn, I guess.
Oh, cool. I love them.
And there's a lady. Her name's Sabine. And well,
She from
asked me
Germany?
No, she's from community college.
Oh, okay.
She just transferred here. But yeah, I mean,
So is this like your special lady friend?
I have no idea. I was kind of hoping you could help me out with that, I guess, too. But you know how Frank gets. And so, I mean, like, if Frank, starts talking, then,
Yeah, everyone's repulsed and runs away at the speed of light.
Or they do the exact opposite, which is also equally annoying.
I haven't really seen the exact opposite happen, like, ever, except for with Kara, but he wasn't as sleazy with her.
Well, yeah, I think he's sleazier, maybe. Maybe he got bumped on the head and now he's just sleazier. I don't know.
Bumped on the head and cracked open.
Yeah, well,
head?
Well, I gotta get back to these. I gotta get back to these repairs. I gotta get this fixed before.
Oh, what time are we doing the pizza barn?
Oh, it's 6:30. Well, I mean, okay, that's really early. Probably like you would want to get there at like 7:30.
Okay, hang on, Tuco. What time did you tell this girl you were going to meet her?
She told me to meet her there, and the band gets there at 6:30. So I thought that was when I should.
Okay, so she didn't give you a time?
No, she said well, she did say 8.
Okay, so I'm going to come to your dorm room at 6:30.
We don't want to be there at 6:30?
No, I'm going to come to your dorm room at 6:30 and I'll help you pick your outfit for your date.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. Okay, I gotta this finished. I gotta go. Okay. All right. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Oh, and Tuco will continue to do that awkward, like, has she hung up yet? I don't know yet. Okay.
Amythest hung up after like the third okay.
Wonderful. And so we speed through the day. What time do Frank and Gretsky go to meet up with Tuco?
If it's supposed to be there at 8, then Gretsky would show up at the pizza barn around 7:45 and sit in the car and wait for someone else to show up and go in first.
Perfect. Frank, are you going by yourself?
Well, the Pizza Hut's across town, so Frank's got to get there early. So he's got to leave early to get there. So once he finally realizes it's actually the pizza barn, and there's nothing.
How does he realize that?
Well, because he realizes it's probably about. First of all, there's like the crowds are just. He doesn't hear any music, and he peeked in the windows. He doesn't see any bands setting up. And then everybody that's going in there is like, mom and dad and maybe like 2 kids. And so clearly this is not everything. So he'll eventually text the group. He's like, are you guys sure it was the Pizza Hut? And then questioning emoji.
Tuco doesn't respond.
Yeah, also no response. I'm busy.
And then, so after a couple minutes,
Gretsky will
nobody...
respond. Yeah, Gretsky responds back pretty quickly. No, they don't do music at the Pizza Hut. It's at the Pizza Barn.
And then all caps, that's what I said, but Tuco insisted.
Yeah, but he was wrong.
And then lowercase.
A pretty girl was talking to him. He's going to get confused.
Fair point.
It was at this point that we realized Tuco was actually Kaiser Sose the whole time.
Be there soon. Breezy wind gust emoji and car emoji.
Amythest is coming.
2 breezy wind gusts and then car emoji to make sure tell you I'm going to go extra fast.
All right, so Amythest, I guess you're prepping Tuco for his date.
Yes. So I go over there just because I don't really trust Tuco to heed his impulses to go to places 2.5 hours early. I'm going to go over to his dorm at 6. And I'm going to already know exactly what he's going to wear to this date tonight. But I'm not going to start with that. I'm going to have him try on 1,000 outfits so that it takes long enough that we aren't there super, super early.
That's amazing. So then you guys head out. What time are you shooting to get there, Amythest?
Shooting to get there 8:10, 8:15, fashionably late.
Tuco, how are you dealing with that? Not only are you not going to be early, you are going to be 10 minutes late.
I'm going to say that Amythest does such
I'm going to take his phone away from him.
Yeah, she's got such a good. This is the clothing store montage kind of walk
Yes.
out, nope, go back in, walk out, and so the whole time he's coming out and he's like, this works, right? No, okay. And
Absolutely
then he
not.
does this and kind of absent-mindedly gets so into this process of he's just trying to get the right thing. And Amythest knows what she's talking about. I mean, she's a girl, so she knows. So every time that she sends him back in, he goes back in until finally he just. So, I mean, do you want to have a look in here and maybe, I don't know, pick something for me?
I check the time and see how early this is. And if it's not early enough, or if it's not late enough, I'm like, no, you're doing great. I think you can find something. I believe in you.
And so that kind of will occur a few more times until time. And then when you say it's time to go, he trusts Amythest. He's assuming that she's keeping track of time and she knows what's going on.
You tell him that you never reset the car clock from daylight savings time.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys
assuming that it even works.
Fair. So you guys pull up. Gretsky, you would see them getting there. I think Frank is going to be even a couple minutes behind them because he's coming cross town with Pine Box Friday night traffic, which there's not a lot of cars, but there's not a lot of streets.
Yeah, I wait till they go to head in, and then I slide out of the car and just kind of hop in line behind him.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey, Gretsky. What's up? And we're used to him just like kind of appearing magically right behind us. So, hey, Gretsky.
Amythest, why are there so many people here? Like, what?
I know, it's really crowded.
This band's great.
And like you can see, Tuco's kind of a little flustered. He's like, he not being here before everybody else is like just kind of throws him off a little bit, and just where's it? Gretsky, where's Frank?
Frank's dead.
Okay, where's weird egg Frank?
Oh,
Frake, I believe we've decided to call him.
Frank, yeah.
he
Call him
should
Frank.
he should be here soon. He was still going to the Pizza Hut.
Oh, I told him the Pizza Hut, didn't I?
Yeah.
I never corrected him. Oops.
Oh. That's gonna be funny. Yeah, he's gonna. Okay, we should get in there before he gets here.
Yeah.
So as you guys come into the pizza barn, it's one of those things where you come in the front door, and there's like a hostess stand and a pickup counter for takeout, and then it splits. And so there's one side that's bigger that has the stage and the band and the bar and all that stuff, and you can already tell that it is packed because again, there is not much to do on a Friday night. When you go to the left, though, there's actually a whole sit-down restaurant side. So it's kind of like bar on the right with the live music, restaurant on the left. Now, the restaurant on the left is doing pretty well. But it's like a 10-minute wait for a table, not the way that it is packed over at the bar. And when you guys come in, if you're trying to go to that way, they're going to say it's $10 for dudes, $5 for girls.
Start taking my wallet out.
Yeah.
Fumbling with my cash and.
I need to, for you two. Hey, Amythest, you're free. For you two, I need to see some ID.
I show him an ID.
An ID. Emphasis on an ID.
How old are you in this ID?
23.
I was like, all right.
This is Gretsky's McLovin ID.
And this would be Tuco's Gretsky doctored up ID.
How old is Tuco?
Tuco is it just says 20. It says 22.
22.
No, 21. Like brand new, like spanking new.
I'm gonna let you roll hacking for your forgeries, Gretsky. Let's go ahead and see how good is your forge work.
5.
All right, yeah, that's fine. They're passable. He's not looking that hard. He does a quick click with the flashlight, and he like sends you guys in. And he goes, yeah, go ahead. Nice to see you, Amythest. And then there's like a line behind you, so he quickly does not care.
I give him. Good seeing you, Steve.
And you see that, like, Amythest, you timed this perfectly. You walk in, the band was supposed to go live at 8. They haven't even gone on yet.
They're not going to go on for another, 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys have time to kind of come in. It is very, very tight, and you can start looking around trying to find either a place to stand, grab some drinks, whatever you're doing.
See, Tuco, the band hasn't even started yet. We're fine. You're still early.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to look through the crowd. I'm looking for Sabine based on her social media pictures.
Amythest, I am really nervous. I need a drink. What do you want?
I'm trying to decide if Amythest is straight edge or not. Because she's only 20, maybe.
She's a junior. She's probably drinking. This is second semester junior year. That's about when you turn drinking age.
Is it? I
think so.
I don't remember how life works.
It's when I turned 21.
Okay, yeah, so Amythest is actually 21, I guess. And so yeah, she'll be like, get me. I'm trying to think. Now I have to come up with the gothest drink. I want something. I want a special that's Satan's Misery. It's a special cocktail they have that I have to tell people every time I order it how it's made. So
so you tell him to do that, and Tuco, when you go up and you go, can I can I have a Satan's Misery? And the bartender goes, fuck, is Amythest here again? And you see him, and he just makes a vodka Red Bull and pours red food coloring in it at the end.
Which
What
would not
else do you
have
want?
happened if Amythest had ordered her drink. He would have made it right.
And Tuco doesn't know any better, so he just takes it and he orders himself a vodka Red Bull.
Do you want the food coloring too?
No, thank you.
Are you sure? I have blue and green too.
I just can, and like I just lay the cash down and I just kind of grab the drinks. I'm like, I don't need food coloring, thank you.
Blue and red makes purple.
Thank you,
he's gone.
thank you.
Nobody wants to know about my day. And he's right back to work. Gretsky, you ordering something to drink, or you're looking around, right?
Nope. Yeah, I'm looking around trying to find her. I've got the hood up now.
All right, give me that notice roll.
Wait a minute, you're at a Texas club or pizza bar, and there's a lot of people in there, and you're wearing a hoodie with your hoodie up.
Yep.
There's like a cow head mounted on one of the walls. There's a lot of red checker pattern stuff.
Yeah. He thinks it makes him blend in and that no one can see him when it actually does quite the opposite.
Is this the same hoodie with the holes?
Yeah.
He's the Uniwainer.
I only got a 3.
You only got a 3. So you're looking around and you're not seeing her anywhere.
It's so crowded.
Well, no, she's probably just right here. 'Cause you have the hood up.
That too.
Yeah, so everyone gets their drink together. It's probably about this time that Frank shows up.
Here, where are you guys? Send.
I send a selfie of the 3 of us. I'm assuming we're kind of back together. I send a selfie of the 3 of us, and you just have to like triangulate the location based on the people in the background.
There's the people. There's the cow's head. Okay, there's the picture of Hank Williams Sr., not Jr. Not going to make that mistake again.
Gretsky replies back, Lorenzo's.
Ha. FF. Being soon. Hope I have my ID.
Frank, you're not 21.
Nope.
Did Gretsky make you an ID?
He did.
Okay. And I think he comes in and he clicks it on and he goes, thought you were dead.
No. I get that. I've been getting that a lot lately or something. I think somebody who died looked a lot like me. No, it's not me. I mean, I'm here, man, right?
They tell me I look like George Clooney, so I get it. It's like the same
you know what?
thing.
Right on. Yeah, and you do. And you do.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Of course.
He's got a forehead bigger than mine and just like, this is big brute of a dude. Yeah, go on in, man.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Everyone's nice to Steve. You got to be nice to the bouncer.
Absolutely.
You guys, for those of you who have been at ETU more than a year, you've watched him throw someone through. Like he throws someone out, he throws someone out.
Nice.
So it's not even that long of a line. It's just because Steve talks to like literally everyone who comes in. Yeah, so you managed to come in, and you can probably find them pretty quick, Frank.
Frank's going to go to the bar first, and he's going to go up to the bar. Hey.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing tonight? I mean, you always ask everybody else how they're doing. How are you, man?
You know, I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. It's kind of busy.
Yeah,
but good. Thank you.
Absolutely. Hey, can you make me a Satan's Misery? And not just the vodka and Red Bull bullshit, just like make me an actual Satan's Misery.
Oh, okay. And he gives you like a big wink. And he does the exact same thing, and he does a splash of cherry Coke at the end because he's just... I like to think that this is a drink that only Amythest actually knows how to make, and every time she orders it, she yells at them, and they just keep doing something different every time, but they don't actually care because it's a nonsense drink. So this time he gives you a wink, and he drops it. He does a drop of cherry Coke and goes, "I got you, man."
Frank is going to look at it, and because Frank actually, from the days when he was goth, this is like one of the secret holdovers that he has, that he like for some reason just really really likes this drink, and he doesn't like to necessarily admit it, but he's going to take it. He's going to go to drink. He's like, whoa, hey, Can I get last time I got this, I got 2 cherries in there.
Oh yeah, no, dude, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's all right. It's all right. I mean, it's busy. We got a band, right? They haven't
Yeah,
even
no,
started yet, right? They're supposed to start at 8.
They're supposed to be on any, and the moment you say that, you hear bah, and it's like the opening of a power cord, and he just quickly like dumps cherry juice and cherries in your thing, and he's like, go, get in spot, get in spot.
Yeah. All right.
And this is very much one of those things where it is a small town band in a small town restaurant, but somehow they have like fog machines rolling out and like actual like lighting rig. And it's just this hardcore power chord. And they come out and it's a dude with like a mohawk playing guitar. And then it's like a dude with a clean boy haircut playing bass, and a dude with long hair playing drums. And then a chick comes out and she's wearing like a really tight crop top and she has spiky blue hair. And she's like, I'm Harley. This is the Banshees. Let's go. And it's very weird experimental stuff.
Amythest loves it and also loves the lead singer.
And all, yeah. So this is going, and now it is very loud. It is very hard to hear each other.
Did we ever find Sabine?
Not
no.
yet. And quick question for Amythest, while we were doing our get dressed montage, was there did you give Tuco any opportunities to have any snacks or anything like that during that time, or was this all like focusing on getting dressed and
No,
all that?
I think that snacks would have been an excellent distraction tactic because it wasn't at all about getting dressed. It was about stalling. And so
Okay.
I think, Tuco had all the snack breaks he needed.
Okay.
Or wanted.
And nervously, as it's really loud, and much faster than Frank or Wayne or Amythest, he would have kind of pounded through his vodka Red Bull because he doesn't come out to these kinds of things very often, and he also is doesn't drink that often and doesn't really kind of know how to pace himself a little bit. He's still figuring that part out, and so very quickly you see Tuco kind of morph from this very meek, mousish individual to really getting into this and just kind of like you see him just bobbing his head, he's jumping up and down, and he's kind of like running around in circles a little bit, like more energy than you've seen him in quite a while.
This is when the manic part of the manic depression comes out. I know this. So the band starts playing and they're going and stuff like that. Tuco at one point...
I was going to say, as soon as Frank comes up, I steal one of his cherries because I didn't get a cherry in my drink.
Yeah, and he's got like 4. The guy.
Yeah, I steal 2 of his cherries.
Absolutely.
I pull out my phone and instead of trying to talk to anyone that I'm standing next to, I just text, "Where's Sabine?" ?
I think he's texting the group.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's
Instead
not-
of speaking
guys,
out loud.
I know it's weird because I'm here, like I'm not actually in the game. I'm a meta character.
Frankel,
He texts Gage. Where's Sabine?
yeah. Frank will look at Amythest for a moment, see in his phone, buzzes, pick up. Wait, you haven't found her yet? WTF? ?
Tuco finally notices that his phone's going off, and then he realizes, then because he's already put her phone number in his phone, so then he sends a text to Sabine. Up front by Longhorn Head, look for me, goth chick, hoodie dude, and square looking dude.
Square.
You get a text back that says, "Hi, who is this?" Because she gave you her number.
Yep. And then I'm like, Tuco, from this morning, cafeteria.
She says, "Oh, Mr. Trouble, winky face."
Yeah.
And then she says, "Look to your right." And you see like across this like sea of people, she's over there and she's like smiling.
So I'm kind of like, at this point, from where she's sitting, she would have been able to see Tuco's
if
down.
she was looking at you guys, yeah.
from that area. So immediately he kind of just calms down a little bit and grabs Wayne and Amythest and motions to Gretsky like this and starts heading in her direction. Kind of like, like trying to push through the crowds and like, elbow to elbow and kind of.
Yeah, and she's standing there. She appears to be by herself. But she's like towards the stage and she's jumping and having fun and she sees you and she gives you a big hug and she's like, "Hey, you made it." And she's like yelling in your ear because it's very hard to hear.
I can't believe this. This is awesome.
What?
And I look around. I want to make sure that she has a drink or that she's taken care of. Do you need a drink? That yell whispering where he's trying to get over the volume.
She's like, she holds up her drink. She's like, "You need a drink?"
And then I noticed on my way over here in my excitement, I've spilled half my drink on probably whoever was directly behind me. So Gretsky and Amythest and Frank can figure that out. But somebody's got some drink spilled on them.
It's totally on my hoodie.
Everything ends up on Gretsky's hoodie.
Yep.
So I've got a terrifying goth drink that I'm gonna say is Satan's Misery. Are you ready for it?
Okay, hit me with it.
It's absinthe, red wine, and tarantula azul. I don't even know what the last one is, but it sounds awful, and I'm pretty sure that's what Satan's Misery is.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the Pizza Barn has red wine.
Yeah.
So it's basically they don't have absinthe. Yeah, so it's vodka, Red Bull, red wine.
No. It'd be Jaeger. Jaeger's probably the closest to absinthe. So Jaeger, red wine. I don't know what tarantula azul is, so I don't know what would be.
It's like a tequila liqueur. It's
God.
something. Yeah, it's something.
All right, so she's like, no, it's this. And when they don't have it, I'm like, all right, fine, Jaeger, red wine, and Patron.
Yeah, they make your $20 drink.
That sounds so bad too.
And then they pour it over rocks and hand it to you.
Yeah. I also complain before I order again. I'm like, you got it wrong again. The Satan's Misery is this.
Yeah. Okay.
And
yeah.
2 cherries.
2 cherries. Got it. Two cherries. And I like to think that when Amythest takes a sip, she actually liked the vodka Red Bull more, but she can't admit that to anybody ever.
Oh no, of course not.
Yeah. Alcohol's not supposed to taste good. Tuco, she's like screaming at you and having difficulty talking, and finally she's like, do you want to go to the other side?
You want a piece of pie?
Sure. I mean, I'm not hungry, but if you're hungry, let's go.
I don't have any flow.
Pepperoni?
And a Benny.
Did you say pepperoni?
I don't like rice-a-roni.
So she literally leans down and grabs you by the hand and starts pulling you through the crowd of people over towards the restaurant side.
Gretsky texts the Amythest. See, the clone looks really, really good. It looks just like him. Like, if I didn't know that it couldn't be him, I might think it was him.
And I text him back, and he's
Am I frozen or is...
Nope, I think Shannon's frozen.
I think Shannon froze. Dang, and that was
Okay, I was afraid
line.
it was me, too.
Okay, yeah, everyone has that moment where it's like, did my Annie?
Am I back?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Tuco, you get a Benny from Je ne sais Squatch.
All right. So I had said, Annie's even drinking a Satan's Misery. WTF?
Yeah, his taste buds are dead, so he can...
No, those are great. It's like the darkness in a glass.
Yeah, totally.
You want to try some? And then I kind of put my phone. I just boob pocket my phone and I hand him my drink.
I would like to hear your guys' reaction when you see this attractive woman take Tuco by the hand, and then you just see her pull him off the direction we had come in.
No, yeah, I'm like, nice.
I take a drink, and then I cough, and then I choke. It's like, smooth. As I hand it back.
And then I get my phone back out and I say, I text, real good, right?
Not as good as Tuco.
Dude, seriously, she was hot.
I know. Awesome.
I'm a little jelly.
A boy scoring, huh?
Frank, are you in this text chain or are you dancing off by
No,
yourself?
this is Gretsky. I am assuming it's Gretsky and Amythest private text chain because we started off by
if they're
mouthing
talking
Frank.
about me being a clone, they're definitely not including me.
Yeah.
Frank is probably standing like literally like right next to them, and he's pointing at people he does know and recognize, and he's also pointing at people he doesn't know and recognize, and adding to his story, his Graham story, and just basically kind of just dancing to the band.
Yeah, they're on to their next song. All of a sudden, a keyboard has been pulled out, and the lead singer is also playing keyboard for some reason.
Nice.
Oh my God, this is my favorite! And I like grab onto both of the guys that are next to me, which I'm assuming is Gretsky and Frank. Oh my God!
She finishes that song. She's like, "Thank you. I just wrote that last night."
I follow her on YouTube, obviously, because
Ovs. So Tuco, Sabine pulls you over to the other side, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's so much better. Like, I love their music, but I couldn't hear you at all. Did you say you wanted pepperoni?"
We must have crossed wires. That's not what I thought you had said. But yeah, I mean, sure. I'm really hungry now. I think I'm starving. Yeah, pepperoni sounds great.
Okay. Do you want to we can go split like a small pepperoni or something, or large pepperoni?
A large pepperoni would be preferable. Yeah. I am so hungry right now. Man, it's so hot in there. I don't know how. My friend in the hoodie, I don't know how he wears a hoodie in there.
I saw that. Like, is that just is that an always thing or a
yeah. No, and that's great. That's crazy. They'll make their way. I'm assuming they'll. Then I get on my phone and I'm like, headed over to the restaurant, grabbing a pizza. Join if you want, and that's just a group text to all of them.
Yeah. While you're saying that, while you're texting and you guys are by the door, kind of waiting to be seated, someone kind of bumps into you in the back. And you kind of look up and he walks by you and it's this dude in he's got gothy spiked hair, looking like he's going to try out for The Cure. And he's wearing a long black jacket, like a trench coat and black pants. And he walks over to a booth and he just sits down. And when he turns to sit down, you see he's not wearing a shirt underneath it. And he just kind of sits there and he's like, ugh.
The band's over there. Are you with the band?
And Sabine kind of shh. No, he's not. He's not friends with Fiona.
Sorry.
Let's just go sit. We'll go. Hey, is that table? Oh yeah, cool. And she just kind of he's in a booth over here, and she takes you over there. You can still see each other, but she's like, that dude seems creepy.
It just seems so there's a lot going on. And it seems like an opportunity that Tuco should probably roll a notice roll to see if he notices anything in particular about this guy.
Oh, that's right. We're playing a game, aren't we?
I
forget
maybe,
sometimes when it comes to ETU, it's just we're at a party.
No, we're just playing a college simulator.
He definitely recognizes that that she's wanting to go grab a table all of a sudden, and she was bright and flowery just a second ago, and now all of a sudden this dude comes in and she wants to go over there.
She's still pointing to grab a table and stuff. She just thought he looked creepy. But go ahead and roll notice.
Ooh, so that's going to be 10.
Oh, wow. Success of the race. So yeah, you're kind of like looking at her, and I mean, to be honest, you don't really know people that well. Um, so you're like, she seems to be calming down as soon as you guys get like in the booth and get talking again. You kind of look over at this guy, and and you notice that he seems very fixated on this one table that has like a woman who looks like she's maybe in her like mid 30s, and she's got like two kids on the other side. She's got one of those looks that's like, this is the one night a week I don't have to cook. We come to the pizza barn. Yes, that one's drawing on the side of the booth. I don't care. This is fine. This is fine. I am doing good at this. One of those tired looks. Sorry, I have a 2-year-old. If that look is not readily available to everybody,
It's how Gage looks right now.
This was
Sometime,
supposed to
yeah.
be my quiet night, and there's this really loud band on the other side.
and you notice that he's pretty fixated on her. The other thing you notice really quickly as you look back on him is that he smiles, and for just a half a second, you think you see fangs. But then he goes back to his thing, and then Sabine says, right? And you realize that you lost track of what she was saying, and you're like, oh.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Yeah, I mean, I get like the intimate feel of a small venue like this, but sometimes I just wish you could have a little more space to move. Yeah, but a band like Banshee, they'd probably just sell it out anyway. Like no matter how big you got, it just wouldn't really matter. So,
But you just got to get used to, asses and elbows.
that's funny. You're funny. And then
So-
she takes a moment. She just stares at you.
Like, and then like, did I get some pizza on my face? So, what are you majoring in?
Agriculture.
Agriculture. Have you heard of the Paranormal Psychology Club?
I have not. What's that?
So, if you've taken a look at any of the news articles from the ETU Gazette, this place kind of has some weird stuff that goes on from time to time. I don't know if you believe in like paranormal activity or ghosts or that kind of stuff. Like some people do. It's
Not really. Is that
some folks.
a thing you're into?
Well, I mean, not necessarily into, but
Because you said you
some
were
of-
like a journalism person.
yeah. So, but there's like a lot of students that either are or have had some kind of experience that can't be explained or logically reasoned.
Back home, there was plenty of people who told us that they had been abducted by aliens.
Yeah, it might be in the same ballpark as that.
Oh, is this about your... Thank you, Jenna Sasquatch. Is this like the game you were talking about, like with the dragons and the dungeons and the that thing?
And then he realizes, he's like, oh, this is going to cross
the thing
borders.
from Big Bang Theory
Yeah.
that you were telling me about earlier.
Well,
Okay.
That's-
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm down to come play with you sometime. Do me a favor, give me a notice check.
Notice is going to be that
Again.
one and that one. I'm doing great tonight, people. Oh, wait a minute. So that's 11.
You roll well when you remember that the wild die is a thing, don't you?
Yeah, I do. When I remember to use the wild die, it's not so bad.
So she's kind of talking, and your food comes, and you're eating, and you see this mother stands up, and she's got like a bag with some to-go boxes, and she's got the younger one on her hip, and the older, who's like probably like 4. I mean, if you were another parent there, you might judge her for carrying her at that age, but you probably would also be like, yeah, parenting's hard, give her a break. Look, most of this is about college, but this moment right now is about the stage of life that I am in. And then the older kid who's like 8 is walking next to her. And you see almost as soon as they almost make it to the door, the dude in leather is standing up, walking out, following.
And I'm like, I point, I'm like, Sabine, that doesn't look right. Does that look right to you?
Now that guy kind of creeps me out.
I lean in across the table real close, and I'm like, "You're gonna think I'm crazy. I think this is crazy." But when we passed him, he had this weird smile, right? Like, creepy guy grin or whatever. I swear to God, he had fangs.
Like Halloween fangs, or
I mean, they looked pretty real. I mean, I guess they would go with the outfit, but I don't know. It just looked weird.
I mean, it's not just a game for you, is it?
No, I'm like, okay, never.
You know what? No, cool. I'm totally down to play sometime. I should go back and I should go check because they're my friends and I want to support them and stuff.
Yeah.
But thanks for a piece. You have my number. Call me.
Oh, yeah. I'll definitely invite you to one of my next games.
Awesome.
Sure.
It sounds fun. She actually leans over and gives you a kiss on the cheek and says, "I'll see you later, Trouble." And she wades her way back into the mass of people on the other side.
So Tuco just kind of sits there for a minute, just kind of lets that wash over him for a second.
Really quick, what is everyone else doing while all of this is happening? Is it like, are we 3 pages into a text conversation between Amythest and Gretsky while Frank is right there?
No, eventually Amythest stopped texting Gretsky because she actually wanted to watch the show.
Yeah, when she started doing that, Gretsky slipped away to be on the against the wall, looking over at the restaurant, trying to spy on Tuco. And
Excellent.
when he sees her get up and walk, he's just like, "Oh man, that sucks."
But you also saw her kiss him on the cheek.
True.
I mean, that's a little treat.
He's totally confused. He doesn't know whether it went well or not well. And so he gets a drink and brings you a drink.
Frank is actually probably, once Gretsky kind of slinked off to do his thing, Frank is probably, he's there in Amythest's, zone, and eventually he'll text her and be like, so you gonna believe I'm actually alive now?
Amythest will poke Frank.
Well, Amythest, you
Oh.
do have...
Oh, I can read his aura.
You can.
I'm going to read his aura.
Spirit roll -2.
I got it. Oh, no. I'm going to use a Benny.
Okay.
I just have a normal amount of bennies, right?
Yep.
Hopefully we won't be fighting horde of vampires later
That would
that
be
I need
bad.
these bonies for. So
I'm
that's
trying
a
to push the chat into nominating more.
that's a 9. So that's that's a 7. That's a 7.
All right. So yeah, you, Frank, how you feeling right now?
Frank's actually feeling pretty good. I think he's, as I said, he's been kind of pushing himself in the gym and whatnot. So he's kind of feeling good about cutting loose, and he's getting stoked about this student film he's about to try out for, because he's trying to, he's getting pumped up about that.
So you kind of get this feeling of like someone having a good time. They're out, they're enjoying themselves, and it
Absolutely
feels like Frank.
All right, and there's no hints of lingering being dead,
No, not with a 7.
or like, oh,
Love saying stuff like that.
I was considering using a second Benny, but I rolled a 9. I don't think I'm going to roll better than a 9.
But it feels like Frank.
All right. I poke him. I'm like, you seem pretty real.
I feel pretty real.
Like, but you don't know what happened at all? You don't remember parkouring to death?
Well, I remember parkouring, but I didn't die.
Frank, I talked to your spirit.
Well, okay, but you and I have always just kind of had a special connection. I mean, before everything that happened and all that. But, so, well, yeah, I mean, of course you do. You're my friend.
Yeah, and you were dead.
Well,
You were at peace. You were gonna go and be with Kaylee, whose name I got wrong earlier. His ex-girlfriend was not Kara; it was Kaylee.
Hey. Look, I don't like talking about that. Look, yeah, I wasn't. I feel more at peace now because I don't know, since. Okay, look, and I'll tell you because it's you, all right, and we're friends, and we have a history and everything, but when I woke up at the woods and everything, I kind of felt like I'd really just kind of gotten off on a bad path, and like I wasn't really like focused on what I should be focused on. I mean, I came to school to get better and to try and make something of myself. I want to be an actor, and I think I just really just got into just partying and having a good time and doing all this stuff. And I think I just was really having a hard time processing everything that happened with Kaylee and with the deer or whatever that she hit. But I mean, I just, so when I woke up, I felt I needed to focus more and really try and actually make a go of this. And so I do kind of feel at peace now. I didn't before.
Amythest. So this was over text, right?
Probably, yeah.
So Amythest kind of gives you like a sidelong glance, and then she grabs your arm, and she takes you to the outside of the pizza barn, like just like outside where it's quieter.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at you and she's like, "A deer is what happened. Kaylee hit a deer."
Okay, so if she didn't hit a deer, like if I just told you like what I remember happening, would you believe me? I mean,
Yes.
would you not like make fun of me and
Frank, I watched you die, and now I'm having a conversation with you outside of a pizza barn.
Okay. I don't think it was a deer.
At that moment, I would like everyone to go ahead and give me a notice check. Those of you who are outside can give me a +2.
There we go.
That's a different dice, though, Gage.
Sorry.
3. That seems to be all my notice checks tonight.
So did something really bad happen when you rolled double ones?
Oh no!
Yeah, yes, in fact, it does.
I got a 7.
I got a 13.
Excellent. This is going to be fun. So those of you who are inside, you fail, Gretsky, because you guys are talking and you're walking over, you're giving him a drink, you're saying what happened, and Tuco, you're trying to explain it to him, and you were like in the process of standing up. Now you're like, do I sit back down? And then you end up tripping and smacking your head on the table on the way down. No blood, but go ahead and mark a level of fatigue as it hurts. Those of you who are outside who passed, you guys hear the sound of a woman screaming and yelling, "Help! Help!"
I run as fast as I can to where the screaming is coming from.
I'm right behind her.
Okay, so the parking lot is packed because, again, there are a lot of people there. As you guys turn the corner, you see a woman who looks like she has 2 kids slammed into the car, and she is like swinging styrofoam to-go boxes back and forth. And there's a man coming at her in this oversized coat, and it looks like in his hand is a hunting knife.
I go and punch him if I can get a surprise round before initiative.
Sure. Roll stealth for me,
Yay!
just to see if you make it.
All right. No, that's a 3.
So you don't get a surprise round.
Oh, all right.
I'm sorry. Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so we will go into initiative for you chitlins. For those of you who might be new to Savage Worlds, the way that initiative works is that you use a deck of cards. Highest card goes first. Aces play high, twos play low. The jokers are in the deck, and if you get a joker, something special happens. Last time I dealt initiative for y'all, there were no jokers. Nothing popped up, so I'm excited to see if something changes this time. All right. So
That's because your deck doesn't have any jokers.
I checked. All right. So first card we're gonna do. We're gonna go Frank, Amethyst. We're gonna do the guy in the coat, and then we'll do the mom. Because why not? She should get a turn.
She should.
Frank. 6 of spades. Amethyst. Ooh.
Yes.
King of spades.
Nice.
Maybe. Tentative, yes.
The man in the leather jacket. 5 of spades.
Yes.
And the mother. 10 of diamonds. All right. So first up is going to be you, Amethyst.
I am going to sucker punch this sucker. And I raised, oh my gosh, I got 2 6s. Wait. Nope, that one's a 1.
I got 2 6s, but not a 6, but like the opposite of a 6.
It's a dice that has words both
Why
for
do
the
you
1
keep using that
and the
die?
6 because I'm a dummy.
You're confused every time you use it.
Yeah, so I got 1 6. I switched my dice out. Are you happy?
All right, so what was the total?
So I raised my fighting skill.
For
that
fighting,
was
you're
my
going to go
advance.
against a parry. Oh, you raised it. Okay, sorry.
Yes. So I got an 11 for my fighting.
Okay, 11?
Yes.
That's going to be a hit with the raise. Go ahead, and you're just punching him, so roll strength and an extra d6 for the raise.
Five.
5 is enough to shake him. So yeah, you come in and you punch this guy, and you do exactly
Right in the kidney.
Yeah, perfect punch. Bah, and he just goes, "What the fuck?" Because he didn't know anyone else was here. That's the mom. I think she's going to take this chance while he's shaken and can't act. She jumps in the car and just and starts tearing off, and makes it out of the parking lot. So this guy turns and he's looking at you guys. Frank, you're up.
Frank was gonna. When he saw that Amethyst was going to get to him first, he decided to cut an angle to try and get like a round to cut off any avenue escape. And so, as the mom peels out, he basically like springs forward and closes that gap, and then kind of comes in high.
All right, you're rolling fighting and a +1 for the gang up bonus.
Yeah. That is going to be a 6.
Wayne in the chat said, "Don't parkour, don't parkour, don't parkour."
That's a hit with a raise.
A 6 is a hit with a raise?
It is.
Damn. All right. And this is just straight up strength, right?
Yes. Well, plus a d6 for the raise.
Oh, yeah, right. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to spend a Benny and I'm going to re-roll that damage.
All right, go for it.
Oh, do you have that edge?
You don't need that edge anymore.
I have that edge
Designers
because
edition.
I am a PC
anything.
in Savage World, so I have that edge.
I don't know anything about the new edition.
No
That's
Mercy actually now works like a lawn. So if you have No Mercy and you spend a Benny to reroll damage, you start with a +2.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, that's much better. 15 points of damage.
Okay.
And he's already shaken, so that's
Yeah.
one wound.
It doesn't matter. It only matters if you shake him again. I don't want to get into it right now. It's one of the most confusing rules for new players.
No, the first one counts as 1, but the second one also just counts as 1. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you come in and punch him in the kidneys, and as he turns around, Frank, coming from the other angle, as he's turning, comes up and just punches him in the jaw. And this guy takes 2 steps back and like kind of looks at you guys confused, and you guys get a very good look at him. he has mascara and eyeliner on his eyes that Amythest would be envious of.
I was gonna say, is it on point? Yeah.
Yeah, hair up and in points. You see fangs in his mouth. No shirt. This long coat, and in his hand a hunting knife. And he looks at the two of you, and he bolts.
Hey, come back here!
Hey!
What were you doing? I'm gonna chase him.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't have a little brother to hold me back this time, so.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this real quick. Give me athletics.
I will follow.
Not to let her go by herself.
Exactly.
I only got a 3 athletics.
Okay. And what do you got, Frank?
I got a 5.
If she
You
falls
will
back,
lead.
are you leading, or are you just staying with her?
No, because I'm initially gonna just go, and yeah, I'm initially just gonna go. We'll see what happens.
What did you get, Frank?
5.
I'm gonna spend a GM Benny.
Ooh,
I'm at 5 right now. Oh, I dropped my die.
come on.
What was the thing Michael said? Pretend you drop your die, then pick up the loaded one.
Nice.
So just a 5. So he tears off. You're keeping track with him, but he got a head start because you terrified the crap out of him, and he is running just straight off into the woods. Are you guys still pursuing?
No, Frinkle stop and turn around. What the hell was that?
Amythest is still running.
Well, Amythest, he handedly gets away from you. So if he stops, all of a sudden you start running and you're in the woods and it's nighttime and you have no idea where he went. Like Frank had a chance. He blew past you. It turns out running in black stilettos in the woods, not the best.
Man.
Or are they
Right.
like big, thick boots? I could see
Yeah,
either.
no, I think she definitely has the curb stomp boots on.
They're boot stilettos.
No, these are boots made to
For
kill.
walking.
No,
That's
they weren't made for walking either. Just murder.
You could totally just break the heels off because that's a real thing. That's real.
Yeah, it wouldn't get in the way of you like being able to move at all.
These boots are made for murder.
The
Yeah.
way that you describe these, the only thing I can think of is like big giant Kiss boots, like with the 7-inch platform with spikes off the end of it, or
Like that, except for less platform. I think they just have like but they are like the Kiss boots. Like they like go up to the knees and like you lace them up to the knee and like they're
Nice.
heavy.
As you guys come back to the parking lot, you see someone else out here who must have also been either coming or going is on the phone, and he's like, yeah, he took off. Oh, there's the people who fought him off. Yeah, okay, hold. The police are going to be here soon. They're just going to be here in a couple minutes. Yeah, no, I'll stay here. Okay, you don't need me to stay on the line? Oh. That seems rude.
Dude, we got fake IDs. We probably should go.
I don't.
He's like, that was so brave and like intense. Like you guys were all like pa and like stuff like that. But yeah, it's so cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, man. The mom took off though, man. I didn't see where she went.
Oh,
I
I
hope
didn't
she's
even
okay.
see it, Mom. I just saw you guys and like pa.
Yeah, no, there was like a mom in the car, and there was
He was
like,
attacking her.
yeah, there was
with a
like
knife.
Oh, wow.
food
I thought you
boxes
guys were just
everywhere.
beating up a weird kid.
No, he had
No.
like yeah, she's right. He had a knife and everything.
Wow. Well, that's cool. The cops will be here soon, so you get to
Also,
explain to
excuse me,
them.
weird.
Yes.
And he kind of like looks at you for the first time, and he's like, "Oh,
I mean, this is Pizza Barn Pizza. Why would anybody want to even like try and rob somebody for that? That doesn't make any sense at all.
And a little bit of time passes. Is there anything you guys want to do before the cops get here?
I think we'll go inside and
Yeah.
at least alert Tuco and Wayne to what's going on.
Tuco, you
agree.
banged your head pretty bad, and Gretsky, you watched it happen.
Dude, are you okay? How many fingers am I holding up?
hey, that drink's for me, right?
Yeah.
And like you just see Tuco just down it. Just like, oh, this is gonna dull the pain a little. You know. And oh man, this is gonna, and I like, is there a bruise? Is there a bruise? Is there anything on my Wayne? Is it look good?
I think you might have a black eye.
Oh man, maybe some people think it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. Just you got in a fight, and you won. You should see the other guy.
Totally. And he like half punches the table, and it like hurts his hand a little bit. And he's like, "Where's Frank?"
Oh, yeah. Well, I was watching from over by the door. Amythest dragged him outside.
Did he? Oh, I bet you he said something stupid again.
It's about this time that they come in.
And Tuco's still like at the table, kind of like leaning over a little bit, and just kind of holding his head.
Dude, what happened to your head?
Did you get in a fight too?
Yeah, you should have seen the other guy.
I mean, yeah, us too. We got a couple good hits on him, but he ran away. Was it the same guy? Did he get you first?
Maybe. What did he look like?
Like a vampire goth, and he had like pointy hair, and he had. Oh my god! Let me tell you about his eyeliner.
You mean the guy
It
with
was
the
amazing.
fangs?
Oh,
yeah.
the guy with
Totally.
the awesome coat.
Yeah, and no shirt.
Yeah, he was at the bar. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, totally. Ow.
He didn't get you with his knife, did he?
I didn't see a knife.
You got in a fight with a guy with a knife?
Yeah. He was attacking a poor woman. She was a mom. She had her kids.
Wait. The lady with the kids that was sitting over there?
I guess. I don't know.
There was this really flustered looking lady. She looked like she didn't have enough me time, and she had this little kid that he wasn't a little kid. He could have been like 5 years old, but she was carrying him like a toddler, and then an 8-year-old, and they were kind of harking at her. And then, does this sound familiar?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we saw a lady who was getting attacked and was flustered because of that. And so, like, the whole looked like she didn't have enough me time wasn't really relevant. It was more like, looked like she didn't want to get stabbed. But other than that, it's pretty close. We're about to talk to the police. You're going to have to, if you fought him, if he hit you too, you're going to have to include that in our statement.
Oh, the police are coming?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
can just now start
I
to
don't-
hear the far-off sirens approaching.
so at this point, Tuco gets really nervous and has to ask the GM, in this game, what would be the equivalent of like a con save or a con? What would that be?
Like
Spirit.
Spirit?
Wait, what are you trying to do? You're trying to do what exactly?
To not throw up on Amythest's shoes.
bigger.
Bigger. Which my shoes I did link in the chat so everyone could see these great boots.
Okay, dang. I was hoping I would fail it, but I did not fail it. It's like a raise and an awesome whatever.
I'm so good at this
Awesome,
game now.
whatever.
It only took 3 sessions, but now I'm awesome. Yeah, so you guys can hear the sirens. They're probably going to be here in a couple minutes. Maybe
I'm like-
a minute and a half.
I'm like, I'm drunkish. I can't at the cops. I gotta go. And like he kind of like tries to get up, but he's really kind of woozy and wobbly, and just kind of like sits back down. He's like, okay, when are we going? Amythest? Do we really gotta stay?
I mean, I got to give a statement to the cops. I just punched a dude in the kidney.
Yeah, it was pretty damn cool. She just nailed that guy.
Thanks, dude.
Hey,
I'm sober, Tuco. I can drive you. We can get out of
Okay.
here before the police show up.
Yeah, Wayne, let's get out of here.
I don't trust the police.
I've had too much to drink. I can't go to jail. I can't go to jail, man.
Come on, let's go.
So you're gonna like kind of arm in arm him again,
Yeah,
like he's just kind of
yep.
like bumping into stuff. Okay, I'll go with Wayne.
Okay, so you guys tear off back. Yeah, so a couple minutes come by, the cops show up and they start, questioning you guys. What happened? Where'd you go? All right, we'll need to confirm with the mom. And this burns about like a half an hour of them just questioning you one at a time, questioning other witnesses, coming back, doubling down on statements, getting your name. Frank, when you give your name, they go, why does that name sound familiar? Hank, does that name sound familiar?
Local actor. It's probably where you heard me from. I did a little bit of community theater last year.
Oh,
Amythest rolls her eyes.
I don't really much do the theater. You get into trouble a lot?
Me? Nah, no, not really. I mean, not any more than anybody else around here, right? Yeah, right.
All right, well, we'll give you a call if anything else shows up. But be careful now. We got more little weirdos running around in the woods.
What do you mean?
Besides that guy?
Well, and he looks very pointedly at the way Amythest is dressed, and then looks back and goes, "Yeah, he's."
I look down at how I'm dressed, like, goths don't just hang out in the woods.
Yeah, sure they don't, kitten. You'll let you know if anything goes on.
Okay. I mean, like, are you going to go look for him then or something? Or?
Yeah, no. Johnny's out there with the bloodhounds right now.
Oh.
Right about the time he says it, it's been like 20 minutes. He comes back. He's like, yeah, no, nothing. I don't know if he went in a creek or if he don't got no scent or if just Timmy here is just losing his nose.
Oh, okay. All right.
You guys good to get home?
Yeah. Do we want to go? You want to go home, Amythest, or are we going? We gonna go and finish the rest of the concert?
Yeah, is the band still playing?
The band is done. Like the moment this happened, everyone came outside. There was cop cars. There was plenty of underage people like Tuco who, the moment they heard the cops were coming, tore off. Like, it was.
More importantly, is the band still there?
Ooh. Yeah, they're probably loading up their. They're probably still loading up their equipment.
Oh, I was hoping. I wanted to go drink with the band. I'm gonna go talk to the band.
Oh, okay. Yeah, who do you want to talk to from the band?
What was the lead singer?
What did I say? I had a name.
I thought you said
Banshee.
I thought you said Haley whenever you introduced.
That's
Harley.
Okay.
But then
Harley.
Harley. But then I thought Sabine said her friend was Fiona, and I thought
it is. Thank you for reminding me of the names.
Yeah.
They're the same person. Anyway.
Oh, good. I got both of them.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see them. They're like loading up all of their equipment.
Oh wait, hang on. Is Sabine still there?
Not that you see.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just go up and I'll be like, I'll go up to Harley and I'll be like, Harley, right?
Oh yeah. Are you a fan or something or?
Oh, my name's Amythest. I just wanted to say the show was really good. Sucks that it got cut short because of that dude who tried to kill that girl.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. Amythest, that's cool. You're a musician? It's a great stage name.
Oh, it's my real name, actually.
Oh yeah, no, me too.
No, for real, Amythest Blackwell, and I hold my ID up.
Wow, that's epic.
Right.
That's like the name of a character on like a Netflix show.
Oh yeah, like one of those about like vampire hunters and who are teenagers.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's pretty cool. Now, it was a shame the set got canceled, but honestly, for us, it's kind of nice because we have a show in Dallas tomorrow night, so it just kind of gives us a chance to get on the road sooner.
Oh yeah. Oh man, back-to-back shows, not far away. Isn't Dallas actually out of character? Isn't Dallas 2 hours from Pine Box?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, all right. I sorry.
As far as you want it to be is as far as it is.
Okay. I looked it up whenever I ran into you. I was super
I've looked
nerd.
it up before, but it
And I
doesn't
looked it
actually. Pine Box doesn't actually exist anywhere but Ed Wetterman's mind.
Right. I looked up the forest, where it is, because it's in that forest.
Yeah.
And just picked a place. I'm like, it's here in the forest. And then I gave everybody distances from where things were.
It's a few hours away.
Yeah. Oh man, back-to-back shows and not even the same city.
I mean,
That
you gotta do
blows.
what you gotta do to make it, man. It's all about the art.
Yeah, I can respect that.
Yeah. Are you an artist?
I do some photography.
Oh, dope. We should get together sometime. Maybe you could photograph the band.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I don't know when we're back in town, but I don't know what's your Snapchat.
Oh, here, and I hold up the QR code so she can just scan it.
And she does, and she's like, "Cool, yeah." So the next time we're in town, we'll hit you up, Blackwell.
Yeah, and if you want to follow me on Insta, I mean, I had obviously put a lot of pictures.
Instagram, because it's owned by Facebook, so it's kind of.
Amythest just kind of feels like a little bit of a poser, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I know, but if you're gonna be a photographer, you got to put your portfolio somewhere, and that's where people expect it to be."
I feel that we all got to find ways to get our art out there. Yeah,
Exactly.
Anyway, we're gonna hit the road now, but it was cool to meet you, Blackwell.
Yeah, you too, Harley.
Oh, you can just call me Fiona when we're not.
Oh,
never mind. Harley's fine.
No.
Anyway,
Nice to meet you, Fiona.
All right, see you later. And she jumps in the van, and she's actually driving. And you see the other guys are the dude up front is completely asleep already, and the drummer and the guitar player, the guitar player has an acoustic guitar to write as they go, and the drummer's just doing that thing drummers do where they pat on their legs even though nobody knows what the hell they're doing anyway, and it doesn't add anything to the jam session, and I don't know why they insist on doing it. Drummers.
It's really just nervous energy.
It's just for them.
Yeah.
It's just for them. But yeah, so they kind of tear off, and you guys have some time. You guys did not come together. Are you leaving together? Are you and Frank?
I have my car. I drove here, right?
Yeah, you did, and so did Frank.
Yes.
Yeah. So we both drove here. So it'd be weird to leave together. We can leave at the same time, but
Yeah, we can do that. That's cool.
not going to leave my car at a pizza barn.
I would also say that by the time you finish with the band there, you've probably got at least a dozen texts from Tuco asking if you've gotten back to the car. Where are you? I need to get my luggage out of your trunk.
Oh yeah, because I
you-
absolutely would not have let you take that inside.
And are you on the way back to campus? And then and these are all in 1 minute or 3 minute increments of each other. And it just progressively gets to where are you? I need my luggage back. Where are you at?
I think the whole time you're sending these while I'm driving you back, the Gretsky and Tuco are having the conversation of, should you text her tonight?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I mean,
What's the appropriate amount of time before you
So,
text so
I
you
mean-
don't look desperate?
well,
I don't know.
It's only been a few hours. I mean, but I don't know. I mean, what if she wants to hang out later tonight? What if I could have gone back in there and talked to her, maybe. I mean, and so that'll just kind of go pinging back and
Yeah.
forth for a while.
Because neither one have any idea what the appropriate response is.
No.
I love that. So you guys pull back up into the parking lot. Where are you guys, Tuco and Gretz? Are you waiting? Tuco, are you waiting for Amythest to pull up so you can have your Samsonite?
Yeah, I'm kind of pacing at this point a little bit, but not very fast. Very carefully and kind of still holding his head a little bit. And
And then you remember Amythest lives off campus and does not have to go back.
Do you not go back? You're not going to give the boy his Samsonite? Oh,
He will pace there for
No, I was just
so
teasing.
mean.
So yeah, she'll eventually text you back and be like, "Oh yeah, just talking to that cute singer," and then I can meet you at the parking lot outside your dorm, and then I show up later, eventually.
Eventually. Okay, so who's in the parking lot?
I think I would have headed back to my dorm after I dropped him off because I need to get back to my laptop. I've got some scripts running and I need to check on them
Okay,
because I'm tracking down who hacked me.
excellent.
And Tuco just kind of like at this point like kind of hangs. He's really like doesn't really know what to do because he like so he's just on his phone, just kind of like. Did you like and texting back and forth with Frank and Amythest? Did you guys see Sabine? Did she leave when I left, or did you see her there? Or
Didn't.
and then I'm asking separate text to Frank, like should I call her? Like should I call her in like an hour or like?
Didn't see her. Did you leave on good terms?
She kissed me on the cheek.
That's good terms. Did you? Okay, so did you text her yet and say that you had a good time?
No.
Text her now. Tell her you had a great time. Yeah, do that.
So then I'll like immediately I'll take the time, send her a thank you text. Thank you for inviting me out. Had a great time.
Don't forget to tell her. Look forward to seeing her again, and then give her a smiley face emoji.
So what she receives is these texts, but in kind of a staccato, like a Captain Kirk kind of delivery, where it's one, and then another, and then another and another, in the way that he kind of delivers lines. It would be in that staccato kind of way.
Yeah, she like texts you back. She's like, "Thanks. I'm actually about to head to bed, but we should definitely meet up sometime."
Thumbs up, smiley face emoji.
And Gretsky has given you. Gretsky has given you her social media stuff in order to stalk. And those of you who are stalking her, you creeps, would see that she has like a really cute picture of her with the band in the background and stuff. And she's like, had such a fun time tonight listening to Harley and the band. She's got into a little trouble, really made my evening.
That's you,
Tuco
man.
wouldn't be doing that though. He's really kind of pacing and waiting for Amythest to get there. He's more preoccupied with trying to get his case back. So I mean, he'll do it later, but right now he's just very focused on waiting for her.
Yeah, Gretsky would because he is a creeper.
Amythest doesn't stalk her social media. She actually adds Sabine as a friend on social media.
I like it.
Yeah. And when she pulls up to the parking lot, she hands Tuco the luggage, and then she shows him her phone and she says, "Wait, hang on. I don't think I heard her call you trouble, so I don't know about that."
Mm-mm.
Never mind. Just kidding.
But as you get out to open up the trunk, do me a favor. Can both of you give me a notice check?
Yeah, I'm sure that'll go great.
Why are you making us do a notice check on my luggage, Gage?
Also, you're at a -1 because you have a level of fatigue, Tuco.
Okay, so that's so if I am I'm still a little new with the rules here, but so I rolled an 8 on a D8. Do I roll again?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I got a 4, by the way.
Which
I
is
got a
success. Okay.
14.
Okay. I'm going to need both of you to make agility rolls as you guys are having this conversation and a car, like a beat up old Buick, starts streaming straight towards you.
Oh, dang. I got a success if we're doing that. 4.
Yep. Yeah, no modifiers on this one.
So do I roll the wild dice with this?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's 6.
6. Okay. And was that with your -1?
That is with the -1. Or no, 5. 5.
5. Right, that's fine. So you guys see this car coming, and you already managed to jump out of the way as this thing slams into the back of Amythest's car.
No, my baby!
Out of this car pours the same guy from earlier, knife in hand.
I also, no, my baby!
My car's name, I have a crappy gold 2003 Ion, and her name was Goldie Hawn. And so, no, Goldie Hawn!
All right, so we're going to go Tuco. We're going to go Tuco, Amythest, and then this guy. So Tuco, that's pretty good. That's a Jack of Hearts. Amythest, 8 of Hearts. Sorry, Jack of Spades, 8 of Hearts. I can do this.
Gage doesn't know how to read.
He got the 6 diamonds. I'm going to spend a GM Benny to pull another card. Okay, he did really bad. He's still last.
Sucker!
So Tuco, some dude just slammed into the back of Amythest's car, more importantly, into your Samsonite, and jumped out holding a knife. This is the same guy you saw earlier.
It's, one-track mind, and kind of zones this guy out for a second, and it is just tunnel visioned on, and it is running to the back of her car to see if he can get in between, to get into that trunk, to get to his, he's going to try to get to his case of luggage to see if he can. No, he's going to go in the car to try and see if he can, like these types of old cars where you can pull the back seat down to get.
Oh yeah, that version of that car, absolutely you can. I had one. It's my old car that I'm talking about. That's why I chose it.
So I'll spend my whole move and my whole action attempting to get to the case.
Samsonite. Okay.
To free the Samsonite.
All right. Okay. Amethyst.
All right. How far away would I be from the car? Like a move action, or I'm just
out of the way. So you're probably only like 6 or 7 feet away.
Okay.
So you guys just jumped out of the way.
Would I be like? Would there be anything in my car I could use as a weapon?
You tell me. It's your car.
Okay. I'm trying. I don't want to game the system too much, and so that's why I was asking. I think absolutely, because she's doing that photography project, so she would probably have a tripod in there for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
And that could work like a bat would, like similar to Brett.
Yeah. Go for it. It'll be -2 for improvised weapon. That's all.
Okay. And I'm gonna whack this guy with a tripod. That explodes because I'm using the dice that only have this words on the 6 now.
Yeah, they don't have words on 2 sides.
Yeah, it's
Go
not
play
confusing.
Fantasy Flight, why don't you?
All right, so that's a 10.
Oh, yeah, that's a hit with a raise.
Oh wait, is a minus
2.
2? That was an 8.
Still a hit with a raise.
Yes. What am I rolling my damage?
Do strength and D6. For a club.
For the weapon? Do I get anything for the weapon?
The D6.
Okay, and so another D6 for the race.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's the same damage as a club.
Okay. Oh, explode. 6, 7, 10, 11.
Okay, yeah, so you hit this guy and you hit him hard and you slam him into your car with this thing and he's like and you see he like spits out blood. Give me a notice roll.
All right. Notice is a different dice. Die. 4.
You notice that when he is coughing, you see the teeth in his mouth slip a little and then go back into place. You're a goth. You know that he's wearing costume teeth.
Yeah.
And and it's his turn. So he has 3 wounds. So he is not doing well. But he is going to try and stab you. And he's going to wild attack.
Great.
Nice.
So that he's only at a -1. And he completely and utterly fails as he goes to swing at you, and he somehow you manage to get the tripod up and partially opened, and you catch his hand and spin, and he kind of goes flying over this way, and he's still got the knife and he's still coming at you, but you managed to not get stabbed or touched at all.
Oh yeah, my parry went up because my fighting went up.
I mean,
right?
It wasn't going to hit you. It was a 2.
Yeah, but I just realized.
Tuco, 9 of spades, because I can do this. I told you they were in there. Everyone go ahead and add yourself a Benny.
I get a joker!
Hey! And he got the 3 of diamonds. You can go whenever you want. Amethyst, do you want to go first?
Of course I do.
Okay.
All right.
This
So
dude's pretty beat up.
I want to use my words with him.
Use your words.
Yep. Do you want me to roll to use my words or just say words or both?
Both.
Which
preferably.
first?
Oh.
I'll roll first so I can see if I do badly. So I'm assuming since he's a fellow goth, I don't have my -2 to persuasion.
I'm down with that.
Okay.
He's also a fan of darkness.
Yes. Which Amythest isn't a good goth. She doesn't. She's an aesthetic goth, and that's it.
No, you're not hardcore.
At the Fairweather Goth.
Yeah.
Unless you live hardcore.
Oh my gosh, this dice has exploded so many times tonight. So that's a 10 for persuasion.
Okay, and tell me what you say.
So now I have to actually roleplay good persuasion, which is harder for me than if I failed.
Come on, goth the goth.
Yeah. Why did you just come at me with a knife? Why were you after that lady? Stand down. Drop your knife.
You're a vampire hunter. You kill us.
You're not a vampire, you idiot. Those are fake teeth.
Yes. And no. It's just, I have to feed. And as you're looking at him, you can tell he looks beat up by you guys, but he also looks gaunt.
You don't have to feed. Those are fake teeth. And what kind of a vampire uses a knife anyway? Did he drop the knife when I told him to?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, he's like, I am a vampire. It's the only reason they would have left me alive.
Who would have left you alive?
I think for now you have the knife out of his hand and you have some more information. I think we're gonna make that Tuco's turn.
Okay. I thought the fight was over with that.
No, you have him. You have de-escalated.
The whole
Eric
the
made me
whole
laugh.
Yeah.
the whole point of getting to the Samsonite suitcase was to get into it and get into a false bottom compartment.
Yep.
And so where Amythest and this guy is right now, I want to maneuver so I'm perpendicular to them so that I can line up on him, but be like,
Well,
10 yards
in my
away.
head, Amythest has him pretty much square against the 2 cars where they collide. So you can come around to the front of Amythest's car and have a straight shot.
So that's
down
I'm peeling around to do that, and then I'm gonna take a second to line up on him and try and hit him right in the side, just kind of go right in the temple.
Shooting, or do you want to use this turn to aim?
I'm shooting.
Okay. So you're shooting for his
don't.
head. Headshot is a -4.
Headshot is a -4. Oh, okay. All right. And so I'm rolling a d4 and a wild.
Yep. And taking the higher.
I forgot to add my +2 whenever I had my persuasion.
Taken.
You succeeded
So
anyway.
Yeah.
what happens if they both exploded?
You keep rolling both of them and you add them separately.
No.
There's still 2 different rolls.
Okay. So my d4 exploded twice.
Okay, so you're at an 8. Roll again. Well, actually, you don't need to keep rolling. Oh, go for the raise, I guess.
I got a 3, so that's 11.
11. Okay, so -4
Can
takes you down to
I?
a 7.
Oh,
No.
so close.
But it's still a success with a headshot.
Yes. So it's going to get +4 damage.
Yep. So roll your pistol damage, which I think is 2d6.
Can I do anything to like interpose? Like
Kick your boots up.
I mean,
keep him from.
I mean,
can I like spin
just
a
got
penny
knife.
to keep this guy from dying?
Technically, once he's down bleeding out, you could try to heal him.
Like,
Okay.
let me roll a damage. Maybe I'll roll low on damage. So I roll 2d6 and it's +4 to that?
Yeah.
All right.
you
Maybe
hit
it's
it-
a low roll.
If you hit a 5.
Eric said interpose. I don't know if that's a move or something.
Well, I mean, that's a
I don't
5,
know.
and
You
then
have
one
a
of them
Joker,
explodes.
So if you hadn't gone yet, you would be able to interrupt.
Yeah.
So that's 15. +4, so 19.
Oh,
He's
jeez.
so dead.
He is
Yeah.
so dead.
Well, and Amythest had no idea he had a gun.
Mm-mm.
So this
Yeah, nobody knows. Like, I've been
completely
keeping
out
this
of nowhere for her.
on the
So,
download. It's
Amythest,
just a
you
single...
To talk to this guy, and you realize something is wrong with him. There's something like mentally wrong with him, but you are doing this. You are good at this. He has dropped his knife. You are talking him down, and he says something about I must be a vampire. Something where he survives. Like you're not a vampire, and you see he's starting to like loosen his shoulders, and then
Tuco goes full book depository on this guy.
and he is well here it's important enough.
Yeah.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah, because you can only do the interrupt action if you.
You had a Joker, so if you hadn't
turn
gone first,
hold.
you could have totally, because you just automatically beat anyone off hold with the Joker, but you already went. That's a key lesson for you folks at home about the Jokers. You don't go first, you go whenever you want, and Amythest wanted to go first.
I wanted to de-escalate the situation, which I had.
Technically, so did Tuco.
I mean,
There's a difference between
There
de-escalating
is.
this situation and murder in the dorm parking lot.
relative to the guy who currently rear-ended us and came at us with a hunting knife.
Rear-ended me, and I had the knife under control. All right, so in character, Amythest looks at the dead body in her hands that she's still holding up against her car and goes, "What the fuck, Tuco?"
I mean, I just saved your life. He just...
No!
Did you not see?
Did you not see? He dropped the knife. I was talking to him, and you murdered a guy in your dorm's parking lot. What are we going to do?
He just said he was a vampire, and you don't believe him?
His teeth weren't real. They were costume teeth.
I walk up to the body, and I try to pull off his teeth to show Amythest that they're to prove to Amythest
As you
that there's
pick
not.
around bits of his head. No, I mean it's a small caliber gun, so you're able to. Yeah, so you go.
Remember,
down,
I did say it was the smallest caliber gun that he could handle. So
Yeah, so it
small
probably
caliber.
didn't even come out. Well, it's probably still in there. You go over and you open his mouth and you're like, "See," and you pull out a set of plastic fangs.
Freaks out. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Amythest text Frank and
Runs,
Gretsky.
runs and hides the gun back in his Samsonite suitcase, false bottom, putting it in there.
What exactly does she text?
Oh,
Come to the parking lot outside of Tuco's dorm.
Okay, I'm on my way then.
I'll be right down. And then he'll do a follow-up text. Did anybody hear a pop?
Sounded like a car backfiring. And he just texts this. He texts this only to Frank. Sounded like a car backfiring. It's probably Amythest's car again.
That would make sense.
Tuco is full on freaking out panic mode and is like trying to drag this guy into the car. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here. We
Tuco,
can't
calm
be here."
down. Calm down.
Okay, so what's so big and important? Oh my gosh! What the hell? Wait, is that the guy from earlier?
Yep.
Whoa, is he dead?
Holy shit, he's dead. Is he dead?
What happened?
I'm pretty sure he's dead. Tuco killed him.
Tuco? What? No. Tuco wouldn't kill someone.
No.
Tuco thought he was a vampire. He came at us with a knife, and first he tried to hit us with his car.
Vampires
He
aren't real.
rear-ended the car, totally ruined my luggage, attacked Amythest with a knife. I've been practicing, because of the zombies. So I thought, maybe he was a vampire zombie.
Okay, so we all need to have our story straight. This was self-defense.
We're not supposed to have guns on campus.
You're also not supposed to murder people.
And then you just kind of and then Tuco just kind of starts breaking at this point, and just kind of just sitting there, kind of rocking, a little in the fetal position a little bit, and it's just like, I thought he was a vampire. I thought he was a vampire.
Did anybody call the cops? Don't call campus security, because they're the worst.
Self-defense.
Okay, but you got to call the cops then. We can't. The longer we
This
stay
is
Story
in
for all of us.
the parking lot,
Self-defense.
right?
Yep.
There's probably cameras.
Yeah. There's one right over there. Call the cops.
I mean, it is okay. So I was holding the guy down whenever Tuco shot him, but it is Texas, and he came at us with a knife. So
Yeah, and Gretsky can take care of that security video. That's not going to be a problem. We
that's evidence. It'll prove that it was self-defense.
Yeah, he'll just get rid of the ones that have the bad angles.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
We'll let the car cover up that the knife was dropped.
As you guys are talking about this, you hear sirens.
Oh, well, okay.
All right,
Don't call
I got to
the
go
cops.
take care of this now before they ask for the video. And I have to not be here when they start asking questions.
Yeah, and me neither, because you got to get rid of the text from the phone. Speaking of which, Gretsky, I got to talk to you. For some reason, I got a text earlier that disappeared on my phone, and I don't know what happened to it, and I need your help getting it back.
I told you not to get an iPhone.
Thank goodness I got a screenshot. Well, I know, but that's what all the cool kids have. I mean, I know it sucks, but
Wow. You guys walk away having this conversation as the police start to pull up.
Oh, I am jogging away to try to get in the building before the police show up.
I told you not to get an iPhone. Yeah, but I had to get an iPhone.
I totally.
Amethyst is sitting by Tuco now. I'm assuming Tuco's just on the ground, kind of rocking, and Amethyst is just sitting next to him and hand on his back, kind of comforting, kind of also trying to continue keeping, because so far she's doing a good job of keeping her cool, but it's getting frayed. It's getting really hard to keep her cool, and she's starting to freak out a little bit, but not as much as Tuco, and she's trying to calm Tuco at the same time.
Yeah, I think Gretsky's kind of in that same mode of right now he has something he needs to do, so the adrenaline is pushing him to get that done, and then he's going to freak out about the fact that his friend just shot someone.
The cops get there, and they start questioning you guys. Tuco, they ask you for the gun.
He pulls out and he gets into his Samsonite suitcase and gets into the false baldum and pulls out the gun and makes sure that it's, unloads it, make sure it doesn't have it's not loaded or anything like that, and hands it off. And it's just for protection, and we got attacked a couple weeks ago, and so I never thought. And he had a knife and he was attacking my friend, and I thought it was.
Is this the same cop as before?
No, this is a detective. This is Detective Bishop.
Okay.
You don't know why he was called, if he was already out or what was going on. But he's a tall black man in a in a like not a great suit because this is Pine Box, but probably one of the better suits in Pine Box.
Mhm.
And he starts talking to you. He's like, "Son, relax. You guys are going to be okay. I'm glad that you guys are okay and that you were able to defend yourself. We'll talk to the school. We'll probably get this lowered down to a fine for you. I'm actually kind of glad this sick bastard's off the streets."
Did he attack someone besides that woman and us?
He murdered his roommate and drained him of his blood. Cut him
What?
like a deer. I shouldn't be telling you guys this, but
Yeah, that's really unprofessional.
You know, he looks at, he's kind of ignoring Amythest, and he's like looking over and puts his hand on Tuco's shoulder, and he goes, "Sometimes there are monsters, and they have to be put down." And now he looks over at Amythest and goes, "And sometimes people need to hear that."
You're right,
You're gonna
Detective.
All right, I'm gonna start writing this up. I'm gonna have some of our officers here take care of this scene. All right, I'm gonna need you guys to hang out here for a little bit longer.
I need a drink. This is crazy.
He
Amythest.
looks at you and he goes, "How old are you?"
I'm not old enough.
Okay. And time comes by, and they come, and they do eventually positively ID him as this kid, Timothy Diamond, who there was a suspicious incident between him and a friend about over winter break. Then when he came back, he was never quite right. Then he disappeared, and they found his roommate murdered and shoved into his shower. All of these nitty-gritty details come out after the fact. This was a sick person. And you guys have a couple of days to kind of deal with this. The last thing we're going to do tonight before we start talking about where we're from and what we're doing is the camera's actually going to pan away from all of you and onto the character who hasn't been with us tonight. And we come into a hospital room to Ricky, one full arm and one arm lying down on a metal. He's sitting on a bed, getting ready to lay down, and he's talking to a woman in a lab coat, and she's like, "So did you tell anyone about this?" He's like, "No, you guys said don't tell anyone. I didn't tell anyone." She's like, "Okay, good. Are you ready to have your life back?" He said, "Let's do it." "Okay, we're going to wheel you into the operating room right now." And the camera stays steady as he gets pushed down the long hallway, and they push him through the doors, and just as it closes, you see a brief shot of something on a wall that looks an awful lot like a purple heart with a line down the middle. And that's where we're going to wrap.